Good evening, race fans, and well, oh, why have we got Mid-Ohio showing still? I changed this before. That's why it's all gone a bit screwy on me. There we go, right, okay. So, let's try that again, shall we? This is the TCR Challenge Cup from BSTV. It wouldn't be normal if it didn't get screwed up in some way. I'm Pete Bingham. I'm joined in the booth by Jay Corley. Good evening.
Even Pete, how are we doing on this absolutely fantastic, excitable evening?
It was better a minute ago, because I thought I'd done everything and I hadn't. But this is BSTV, so if it's not broken in some sort of way, then we can break it for you. It's week 1 of a brand new season, season 21. As I typed in the chat before, this series is now old enough to drink in the USA. It's a phenomenal day, and no Sam boozing this evening. He will be joining us possibly in other races, but I'll leave him in there anyway because he does loads of stuff for us. It's a 22-degree temperature track. Jay has already posted videos and a guide for all the guys in Discord, so let them know where the evil lies on this track. Quite a developed video actually as well. This is the shorter version, not the shortest version, the shorter one, and arguably the best one. Jay, what are your thoughts on this version of Snetterton?
Although it does have a slightly suspect track map shape, it's my favourite of all the layouts, to be honest. It's nice, fast, plenty of danger, and it's just a typical British track. Just whether it's flat or cambered, it is full of its own little spice of character.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the flattest part of the UK. God has ironed this area of the UK out, but it has got some up and down. But it's not topography like you get at Alton, is it? This is little features like Bomb Hole, where the ground dips away, literally a bomb hole from the Second World War. So there are a few little things to watch out for on this track, aren't there? It's quite evil.
It is, and the evil, like you say, on some of those corners lies in anything from going into a corner too fast because of the flatness. You'll get quite a bit of understeer from there, but also a couple of these corners have a really nasty case of very high inside curves, which, as we just see one of the result pure sim cars hit it just there and go off. That's exactly what will happen, and if you end up going too wide through that corner, you might end up getting a bit of a hit if you're on the outside line.
Yeah, totally. Let me see if I can do something here. Yep. No idea what that's called. I've just downloaded something. It's not rude. Don't worry. Not this time anyway.
Wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, well, you know. So let's just let me go back to this a second. You can't see what I'm doing. We have got lots to talk about. We have got oh my god, I've got more now. You've won, Jay. You said it'd be over 41 drivers. 40 drivers, and we have 41, 39, 40, 41. We've got 40 exactly because Sam accidentally registered to race and he's not racing. Dietmar has just joined the session, which gives us 40 races for tonight, and they've not stopped arriving yet. This is going to be a remarkable season. If it started like this, it's going to probably carry on in good shape, I think. Let's talk about what happened at the end of last season. Much to the dismay of everybody, Wobbly eventually won. And he won by not much in the end, Jay, did he? That was a real scrap right to the end.
Yeah, it's always nice to see the last race of the season providing the pivotal point in a championship, the end of it. And as well as the pros, we also had our pro-ams as well, where we're sort of watching for any shock results in there, and the team, which also went to the wire.
Yeah.
In the end, you unfortunately didn't get your wish, and no one performed any sort of assassination attempt on Wobbly. It was a really controlled race, really professionally done, and Wobbly finally got his first championship for BSTV. But nice to see it happen on the last race of the season, because there's nothing worse than having it wrapped up like 3-4 races in advance. Nobody wants to see that.
And we'd had two seasons. Sorry. Yeah, we'd had two seasons. You know, in recent history, and we've got quite a long history now. We had two seasons where it went down to the last race, but we were kind of robbed of the finish due to crashes, and nobody wants that either, do they? You want to see these guys really thrash it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Big battles on the last race of the season brings out the best and sometimes as well the worst of people as well. Both are equally as entertaining.
Yeah, totally right. And then in the AM class last season, Daniel Lewis, he won that by quite a long way. That was a romp at the end. He's now moved up into Pro-Am, and I think he's probably more likely to belong there. And then the team standings, as you said, really did go very, very close in the end, and it was Hydra Race that ended up pipping Result X Pure Sims right at the very, very last finishing post. Driver of the meeting went to Freddie Van Eekhoven. Salon's Safe Driver Award went to Deck Crowther, and you know, he didn't have it all his own way right at the end. Dale Bennison, who made a series out of being a safe driver, was right on his tail. Look at that, 0.00057 incidents per turn behind him, which is basically nothing at all.
Insanity. Absolutely.
Just crackers.
What goes on in they're sick people.
Yeah.
Sickos. Who drives that safe and still maintains the pace that those people have? It's just so not right. Send them to the stewards.
Yeah, all of them.
Where that's us.
Yeah. So let's just run through this grid, right? So here's Wobbly. Well, not grid. Through the field. Here's Wobbly. He's now sporting the yellow numbers on his boards. Yellow numbers on the boards, folks, means that you have previously won one of our series. There you go. You see. The blue means he's a pro driver, obviously. Green means you're a Pro-Am driver, like the car in front there, and orange means you are an AM class driver. But we've got lots of new and returning drivers. RD Simsport are back with us with, well, you can see at least 2 cars, right? So we've got Greg Daffron, the least Frenchman ever, because he's actually English. We have, where's the others? Oh, I don't think they're on track at the minute. RD Simsport. No, there's Callum. Also a pro driver. Got some work to do on track at the minute to get clean laps in. It's a very, very crowded track with 40 cars on it. And where is Rob? Sutherland. I know you're in here somewhere. Oh, he's in the pits. He's in the pits. Can't show you that one. So there's one returning team. New team is this one. They're both together on track at the minute. Are they? No. So this is Morgan Butler from WSR Esports. He does have a friend. Friend. Where is friend? Why can't I find friend? He's in here somewhere. There's 2 of them. I'll find the other one in a minute when I go through the field. Stephen Walker has left Geo and has joined BSTV Esports Pink. And he'll be racing with Wobbly, who has also left Geo and has joined BSTV Esports Pink. They are in turn joined by Tony Walker for BSTV Esports Pink. So that is going to shape up to be quite a package, I think, Jay. Don't know what your thoughts are on that.
That's I don't think the BSTV Pink have ever looked so strong in my life. That's a very competitive team.
Yeah.
Not just across the 2 pro drivers there, but Tony Walker, who is a regular feature in whenever we look at the end of the race and we see our Pro-Am podium.
Yeah. We've got, how long have I got here? 5 minutes. We've got Stephen Walker, oh, we've done Stephen Walker. We've got, can't show you him. Jake Blackhall for Knight Rider Motorsport. There are 2 of these guys as well. The other one is Andy Scheel, who's just vanished right in front of me. Thanks, Andy. Just to make me look silly. Who else have we got that's new or returning? Jeff Saunders, he's in his Audi there. He's a privateer. Robert De Jong, or De Jong, I'm not sure how you say that, so I'm sure I'll get corrected. Ronald De Jong, sorry. He's in that lovely stripy outfit there. I like that actually. It's very retro. I like it a lot. Who else have we got? Obviously your team, J Corley Academy, JC Academy. With Jaden Scotton and Marius Hibmer. Have you got 3 in this or just 2?
I have 3. Yeah, I
Yeah.
also have Chesney as
Oh,
well.
Chesney.
As
Where's Chesney? Chesney. I've seen him. He's in the pits. He's in the pits. We've got a chap called Marcus Kesting. He's new to me anyway. He's in as a privateer. I can't show you him. He's in the pits. There's quite a few in the pits at the moment. So, shall we run a lap on the track? I'm not gonna do that to you. He's already over the line. I'll pick somebody else in a second. But shall we have a little run round with somebody, and you can run us through a lap?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Cool. Wobbly's just come round the last corner. I'll find a better camera and we'll go on board.
Yep, so a solid base content track, whilst the suspect track match shape, it contains a wicked 200 layout. It'll be great and racing in a pack with. Starting with the 2-line borders where we're going to be lightly on the brakes to swing the car around to get close to the first part of the apex for riches. You'll be wanting to hit the second one as you go down to turn 2 hairpin Montreal. You're going to see a lot of action here with this busy start to the grid. You want to take it differently to the 300 layout and swing your way round to get ready for the Bentley Straight, one of your main sources of overtaking. You need to aim to get side by side before Brundle as well dives here, and not going to end well for you 75% of the time. The turn 4 is challenge part of the circuit, break it on board and swing your way round. Once again with quite a few people down there, and I've lost a complete image of the track, unfortunately, Pete.
Hey, what?
So
How has that managed?
I don't know. I was watching
hang
on
on.
Discord and...
There we go. Is that better?
Oh, there we go. My eyes can see clearly now as we throw ourselves out of the bomb hole, go around the corner, take it to the last corner. Once again, one of those high curves going across. Use as much curve as you can on the exit, and Wobbly goes through.
Sorry.
It's
Pete did
fine.
a boo-boo. Pete pressed a button. He's been told before that he needs to keep off the buttons. Even into loads of people on the chat. Alan Toon's on the chat. Rob Sutherland's on the chat. PVG's on the chat. Tice Van Gool is on the chat. Daniel Lewis is on the chat. You're on the chat, Jay. Euro forgot his paint. He'll have the paint next time. So yeah, we've got loads and loads going on, folks. I can't possibly cover it all, but I'm going to run you through some numbers because this is. We had a ridiculously high attended season 2 seasons ago when Miguel Freitas won the series. We started off with, in the end we ended up with 61 drivers. I actually gave an extra one because other people were not continuing. I suppose that could happen again, but ultimately in this series, just to tantalise your racing TCR taste buds, that was quite good actually, wasn't it? It rhymed and everything.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was awesome.
Good, yeah. In Pro this season, we only had 8 last season. We've got 14, which is healthy. Pro Am, we've got 18, and Am is the biggest Am field I've seen us ever have, and we've got 15 races in that one. We've got a very, very, very healthy league going on, which I'm very happy about as we approach the very end of practice, or we are approaching it, as Wobbly pulls the car up. Thank you, Wobbly, for letting us ride on board with you. Right, any other things we need to call out, Jay? Anything else that we need to really highlight?
Probably how dangerous this track is going to be with the amount of cars that we have on the field at the moment. It's everyone hold on to something, anything, because it could be a bit of a wild ride this race, and with the amount of new people in this league this season and returning drivers, people are going to start, as in with cars, feeling each other out, as in cars.
Yeah.
And it's
keep it
going
clean,
to be,
keep it clean.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying my best. I'm sweating. Why am I sweating? it's going to be. I feel we could get some a little bit of carnage, at least 1 point today.
Yeah, totally. So the 3 classes are all mixed up in the timing tower on your left, folks. If you're new to us, don't forget this is a heat race, so practice will end exactly 1 hour and 15 minutes, and then we'll go into qualifying. So if they weren't going to finish that lap, they'll never finish the lap. That's just a feature of heat racing on iRacing. So all the stack is mixed up. You'll see some out of position because Pete has only got the I rating to go off. And some of these people are rear-wheel drive racers. They've joined this series because they want to have a go at front-wheel drive, and they're not as good in that. And I'll address that as we go through the season. I'll move people about, because that's only fair, isn't it? As everybody comes piling out of pit road. Well, they did, I promise. There we go. And qualifying is key, really, isn't it, Jay? Especially on a track like this where overtaking's not so easy. You've only got short straights on most of it, apart from Pete's forgotten again. What's it called? Bentley, is it? Is it Bentley?
Yeah, it is Bentley. You got it.
Oh my god, my brain! I need to sleep now after that long thought. So yeah, this is Bentley Straight as everybody's heating up their tyres in a remarkably professional fashion. You've not got that many big straights, have you? And the whole of Coram, there's no overtaking there, is there really? And not unless you want to die on the outside.
Yeah, it's with it being such a short lap as well, you're going to see a lot of teams, perhaps teams just tactically filing out onto the track. But if you get one person going slow in the wrong part of the track, it's going to ruin a lot of laps. Yeah. Luckily, though, it's a 15-minute qualifying session. As the session goes on, people will spread out a little bit, and we'll perhaps start seeing some of the quicker times towards the end. But those who come out first, and as soon as I say that, I've just realised that one of the AMs is out in front of the quick pros. So.
Oh, really? Who's that?
Yeah.
Can you see?
It's just having a quick look through now, so I'm looking through towards the back of the field at the moment.
Okay.
So we've got Morgan Butler there, and then Paul Hurley at the moment, who I think he had an altercation with somebody on the back straight actually, and is on the Bentley straight with a gaggle of pros just slowly sauntering up to him.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll see that when the camera switches in 1 second. Oh, yeah. Yeah, some WSR cars approaching. And RD Simsport ones. Okay, right. What we're going to do, folks, because we're gonna run the TCR video, hopefully. Anyway, if this fails, it's all my fault. Whilst everybody starts getting laps in. Right then, and we're back. So that is our promo video. It seems to have done some wonders. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. We're still on 40 drivers. Nobody else can join now. We're into qualifying. Well, technically they can. They can join just before the race starts. So let's have a little look at who's doing what right now. Greg Daffron. He is, at the moment, up there. He's not done the time as fast as in his practice session, Jay. But he's not far off it. He's 3/10 off his practice time.
Yeah, Greg's been putting some fantastic laps in during the week, and for the whole season, he's definitely going to be one of the main ones to be watching for that Pro trophy.
Yeah. And Wobbly is currently provisionally second at the moment. But he's only 4 hundredths slower at this point in time. He could possibly do with getting himself a tow. And then Stephen Walker, his teammate, back in the Honda. And what are we, Jay? We are fonder of the Honda, aren't we?
That's the one. Yeah. So bad.
It's cheesy, isn't it? It was Stephen Walker that first coined that one in my ears. So we've got Renee in 4th, which is a remarkable qualifying. And Jamie Jeffrey is currently provisionally 6th place. 7th is Pete Newman. Renee is in the pits, by the way, cutting corny fans. I'm not keeping him off the screen or anything. He's dropped into the pits to get new tyres or something. Chris Shaw has rejoined the series, so don't adjust your sets. I don't know whether I've already said that. But he used to race with us many seasons ago, back when it was a GT4 TCR series and just beyond the end of the GT4 portion of it. Fantastic racer. And it's a massive welcome back to him. Always a great addition. Used to race for BSTV as well. Right, who else? And a really super funny finish on Donington once, which I think is really the reason that Wobbly doesn't like Donington, just because he was schooled on it by Chris Shaw on the very last chicane and the last little tiny bit of straight, and he pipped him. It was one of the funniest things any of us had ever seen. Right, Harry Fox, he is in Whiskins Racing, and that is the paint scheme that we were talking about before we started, wasn't it? It's fantastic, that, isn't it, Jay?
I absolutely love it. I'm saying now, if we should really run a livery of the season vote.
Oh, that's good.
However, I feel that this one might already win it.
Yeah, it's really
It's
good.
Great.
Smart.
I love it.
Yeah, that fade from the very front of the car all the way through the colour scheme to the back. Love that. That's brilliant. It stands out in the crowd massively. I'll still get his name wrong or call out the wrong driver or something. Right, results have had a massive shuffle up. So, Result X Pure Sims is now Carl Hardy, Pete Newman, and dun dun dun. I know the answer to this one. There's a third one. Who is it? Can't remember. Somebody else.
Michael Hall.
Michael Hall. Yeah, he's in here somewhere. There he is. Nice one. He's now in the Honda. He was in an Elantra last season. So that is a change to that particular, as Wobbly does daft things in front of him. That's the changes to Result X Pure Sims. Right, Result Clothing is now Pete Van Gool, as has always been the case. I've got to find the rest of them now. Darryl Wright, and somebody that's in the pits, I think. Can't find the other one at the minute. I think there might only be 2 in the session, actually. So that's a series of changes for Result Clothing as well. And then Safeguard are now Roger Morton, even though he's in the Result Clothing one. The Safeguard one. No, he's not. He's in the Result one. Where's the other Safeguards? David Ayres. And Chris Dixon has moved from Work Guard to Safeguard. And then in Work Guard, we have Fee, as is ever the case. We have got Andy Littler, but I don't think he's in this session. And we have another one in there. Where's he gone? Can't find him now. No, I'll have to find that off the screen later because he's not in the session either. So lots of changes in the Result camp, Jay. I mean, you rode for them for a season, didn't you? Or was it 2? Can't remember.
It was a good few seasons.
Oh, yeah.
I've been with
Oh,
them. I keep the logo on my car as well. No matter what I drive.
yeah. Pete's going to admit something very, very embarrassing now. So Andy Littler is in the session. He's there on track, right in front of us, as you can see. The reason that I didn't think he was there is because I have to scroll down on SDK because there's so many drivers and I'm not used to having to do that. Oh dear. And Dale Bennison is the other safeguard car, but he's in the pits at the moment. This is a feature of his qualifying. He often likes to start either from the very back or from pit road. So yeah. Oh, and Wobbly's just taken the provisional pole away from Greg. That's gonna upset an apple cart somewhere, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah, only just as well by 0.012. It'll depend. I'm
Yeah.
trying to look where Greg is on the track right now. If he can get a good
Mm.
slipstream on both straights. Oh, he's right in front. Okay, he's got quite a bit of traffic in front. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he might try and use, if he slows down a little bit, he might be able to get a little bit of a slipstream from those in front. But now
Right.
they're going to be pushing harder than ever. We've got 3.5 minutes left, enough to get at least 2 clean laps in.
Yeah, he's got a really good sector 2 on this lap, like really obscenely good. But his sector, oh no, his sector 1's all right as well. Oh, this could be a good lap actually. If he's got a little bit of a sniff of a toe, this might push him up. It does. Oh, shots fired. Oh, where's Wobbly? Oh, Wobbly's come in, but he's not had the greatest of laps.
Yeah, we're probably looking at pushing this next lap, but less
Oh,
than
he must have had
about
incidents.
half a tenth.
Yeah, yeah.
Half a tenth in it. And if you look behind, you've got Stephen Walker and Pete Newman, mainstays at the top as well. They're not too far behind either. In fact, that sort of difference you can easily make back on a straight during the race. So
yeah, definitely.
it's extremely tight. Half a second between the top 8.
Yeah, oh yeah. Wow. That is impressive. Very impressive. Is that right? 1 second covers 24 cars, or am I reading my screen wrong? No, it can't be.
Nope,
that.
you've got it right.
Really?
Yep, 1 second between the top. Yeah, between the top 24, and make that an extra one because Callum's now got himself up there
he's
as well
his
as
stuff
14th.
out. Yeah, yeah.
Morgan Butler going up into the top 10.
Woo. It's all happening, folks. Don't look away because it'll be completely different in a minute. Oh dear. And we're into that zone now of if you're not on a
Wobbly
lap.
could be in.
Really?
Yeah, Wobbly's just set a.
Oh yeah.
He's got the fastest first sector, and
No.
oh, not quite.
I think he might have had an incident on the lap. I mean, he's got one more shot at this, really. Because we're into that zone now of if you've not done it by now, you're not doing it at all. Right, Harry Fox.
Anybody
he's
who's
quick,
still
isn't he?
going through.
Do you know any of these new guys from officials at all? Because I know you do a lot of officials.
I'm aware of Harry's name. I see him in some of the earlier officials. Good racer, pro-am. We've got him in pro-am, have we? Or we got him in pro? We've got him in pro. Yeah, I think he'll do pretty well at pro then.
Yeah.
4.9k rating, and people in TCR, like, you know, you don't get as high as like 4k plus unless you sort of like really grinding these cars. So
Yeah.
he'll be one who will be looking at trying to definitely take advantage of a few people's mistakes.
Right, this is getting very close, Jay, because if you look at Sector 2 times, Greg and Wobbly have just matched their Sector 2s at identical times.
Yep, it's getting closer.
But Greg didn't improve. Wobbly's not bothering.
Wobbly must be a bit too far off then.
Yeah, must have been on that lap.
His first sector was about a tenth off.
Yeah, is Harry going to get to finish the lap? He's got 20 seconds.
That's don't think so. No,
it
might be a bit far.
Yeah, there's no way he's getting round, I don't think. He's going to be the last car. If he does, he's going to be the last car to get across the line.
It's Kyle Hardy about to go across the line.
Is it?
And Kyle Hardy doesn't make any improvement on his time.
No, he's gone. Right, and it's going to stop everybody from finishing. Those not used to heat racing will be surprised by that, of course. I'm sure that the chat is alive with chat at the moment. Right, I'm going to only do names, funnily enough. Why is that? Because there's bloody hundreds of them. Right. let me get to the grid. Here we go. Right, let's extend grid in. Hopefully that did the job. So Greg Daffron, the least Frenchman in the world, will go off as your poleman in the first race of week 1, round 1 rather, here at Snetterton 200. Wobbly goes off second, your current reigning champion. Stephen Walker, multiple ex-champion of this series, goes off in third. Pete Newman in fourth. Harry Fox in fifth. Jake Blackhall in sixth. Michael Hall in seventh. Eighth will be Renee Earhart. Tony Walker will go off 9th, and Jamie Jeffrey off 10th, 11th will be Morgan Butler, Pete Van Gool will go off 12th, 13th will be Rob Sutherland with Andy Shield off 14th, Callum Brandt off 15th, 16th will be Euro Larkinen, Jamie Wilson off 17th, 18th will be Jaden Scotton, 19th will be Roger Morton, Marius Hibmer will go off 20th, Chris Shaw will go off 21st, 22nd will be Daniel Lewis, Ronald De Jong will go off 23rd, 24th will be Chris Needham, 25th will be Carl Hardy, Dec Crowther will go off 26th, Demis Tikchalar will go off 27th, 28th will be Dietmar Hoos, Arnaud Chanonier will go off 29th, 30th will be Chesney, Darrell Wright will go off 31st, David Ayres will go off 32nd, Chris Dixon will go off 33rd, 34th will be Paul Hurley, 35th will be Marcus Kesting, Jack Andrews will go off 36th, everybody needs to stop flashing the lights, 37th will be Fiona Siddons, oh dear, Dale Bennison will go off 38th, Andy Littler will go off 39th, 40th will be Jeff Saunders, and Sam will not race because he is part of the admin team and he accidentally registered for the race. That is a massive grid, Jay.
Wow.
That's just ridiculous. That's a better view. There we go. Try and put you a track map up and a battle box. Not that it's going to do anything right now. And you won't see any... Oh, you do see them on the race. That's right. Everybody at the back being silly. Stop flashing your lights. That's a 2,000 point penalty for everybody. And lights are going to come on. And when they go out, we're going racing at Snetterton.
Welcome to season 21.
Oh, and
and
Wobbly
a
didn't
terrible
go.
shot from Wobbly.
Wobbly dumped his clutch. He was talking about it earlier.
Wow, and that's an absolute dump of a start as well.
Yeah, absolute standstill. And he spoke about it earlier.
And here we go, the first major danger zone. If you end up going 2-3 wide into this hairpin, you've got to be so careful on how your exit goes. But Greg Daffron, Stephen Walker, Pete Newman getting through, and so far so good. I'm not seeing too many incidents, and I think everyone is actually playing nice, which
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
so
Paul
relieved about the platform. Paul Hurley going across just has a slowdown as well.
Oh, really?
The slowdown's gone.
Slowdown's gone
quite quick
now.
on that
Right.
one.
So,
But I'm surprised that's all that's happened on that one, to be honest.
I know. That shows you the skill of the field, though, doesn't it? Both new and returning drivers. Stephen Walker is the best of the rest at the minute because Greg Daffron is away. Daniel Lewis he's turned into a lawnmower.
Be very careful how he rejoins here. He's absolutely perfect place to rejoin there.
Yeah, nice. Well done. Might have a look at that one, but it looked like straight on at the chicane thing.
Oh, Chris Needham. Final corner.
What's Chris Needham done? Oh, he's done the same thing. Oh, just at the last corner he's done that, yeah.
Yep, just someone slightly overshooting there, but already a 1.3 second lead for Greg Daffron, and Wobbly falling all the way back. Still keeping it within the top 10 at 9th place at the moment. He's got quite a bit of work to get back up the top of that field, and there's a few dives going in.
2x2, 3 deep. Nearly 4 deep.
That fantastic drive from Jaden there.
Yeah. Callum Brandt showing his class there. Made his way through very quickly. It was very nice. And Jaden, yeah, you're right. Making his way forward. He's got Chris Shaw in front of him. A couple in the pits. Jack Andrews and Andy Littler at the minute. Jack Andrews, new to the series. He's on his way again, though, as is Andy Littler. Right,
I wonder if there's any jump starts or something like that and they're just being held.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that could be right.
I can never remember what the punishment for a jump start is.
Stop and go. Stop and hold. Oh, look at that, Jamie Jeffrey. Nice move.
Past there, bit of a hop, a skip, and a jump on the curb then. Ooh, I don't know, I'm getting flashbacks from a video I've done earlier this week of those two going together. Oh no, don't do it.
Well, you don't get much closer than this, do you? Daniel Lewis is down, has crashed again.
Fantastic pass from Jamie Jeffrey, getting straight in front of Blackhall as well, with Rob Sutherland behind. Butler right behind, having a sniff. Have to inhale a bit deeper than that to get by.
Yeah, breathe in. Whoops. Why has that disappeared when I press that? Never mind. Alright then, shows his nose, but then tucks back in again. Alright, there's a lot going on back here as well. There's fights. Well, you can see it in your timing towers, folks. There are battles literally everywhere right now.
Yeah, but very close there, Chesney.
Yeah,
getting
Chris
through.
Needham.
Too wide behind.
Yeah,
dangerous corner to go too wide on.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it's almost certain death, isn't it? Oh, we're getting tight at the top here. Tony Walker has moved into 7th place there. He's got Wobbly right behind him. Wobbly has a look. I'm going to guess they're in the same chat. I don't know that.
No, if they don't, and they end up going again. Oh, hang on, I thought Tony was going for another move there afterwards.
I did, yeah.
No.
Gave him a little twitch and a look, didn't he? It's
yeah,
great
nice
position
defending from.
Yeah,
absolutely defended nicely from the invisible man there, and yep, Tony Walker keeps his 8th place.
And this lot needs to grab a room together. It'll have to be a big room because they're all fighting together.
And Marius Himmer's debut race for BSTV at the moment, battling with Jamie Wilson, who's had more than his fair share of races here.
He's done virtually every race we've ever done, so he is the most racingist driver. I hate those sort of things, but I've said it anyway. For BST in any BSTV league. Morgan Butler. Oh, Morgan Butler and Andy Shield. Door-to-door racing. You don't normally see overtakes there, do you? That's red hot for Christmas, that one.
Absolutely, you definitely want your inside line just there, just so much less track to be travelling across, and usually if you stick to the inside, you get the move done straight away. Do you open yourself up for a dive on the final corner with that high curve, but it looks like they're still still going at it into the first corner. If they can keep this up side by side, but I think it's getting close just there. Andy and Morgan side by side. This is going to go straight into the hairpin as well.
Yeah, same
beautiful
again.
Feature of Snetterton is if you go too wide and then up and under, going for it is going to be carrying a lot more speed. Andy is.
Yeah,
Morgan
he's
in front at the
side.
moment.
Needs to leave him a car's width. Play fair, everybody, and he does. Plays very fair, actually. That's very generous.
Yep.
I mean, he's got to get right for his own turn in.
Yep.
There you go.
There
Split
we go.
off him.
Right at the last moment.
Yeah. That's the way that gets done, folks, believe it or not. That was very professional driving from the pair of them. And their sponsors are going to get charged double, I think, for the amount of footage they're getting.
Oh,
he's going again!
Slip just there! Nearly went in for the inside. Andy manages to get across just in time. Wasn't a block, both sort of slowing down there.
A little bit overrunning.
Car.
Yeah. I
Yep.
wonder if they know that they get punished for their off tracks. I bet they don't. Oh dear. James Bond car in front, 007 for Andy Shield.
Versus the 71 of Morgan Butler. Morgan Butler's going to
he's
let
crossed
Andy
over.
have it. Oh! That's going to be surely an easy overtake now for Morgan, as long as he can stick on that inside. Because there is slight elevation change on that corner, but it's mainly the curves, and you're carrying so much speed in there. If you trail brake a little bit too much, it really sends the back out into its own dimension sometimes.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. I'm just going
racing to avoid that.
I'm going to include something on the timing tower, I think, if I can. What's this? No. I'm sure there's a way to do it. Put the car type on the timing tower. There we go. So just to answer Alan, you can see all the Hondas in the tower there. That's how popular the car is at the moment. Are you surprised by that, Jay, or not?
It seems to have been since that 4 hours of friction as one of the work guard cars goes completely off the track there.
That was Andy Littler making his way onto another field, I think. I'm not sure. This battle's split up now, as Morgan's kind of got the better of Andy, for now at least. I'm sure that'll come back. But yeah, you can see how many Hondas there are in the standings there, folks. Lots. And then you've got a couple of Velocitors, but not many. All the rest of the Hyundai symbols are Elantras. And then you're having to look really hard to find the Audis this season.
Yeah, I think since the 4 hours of Thruxton event, the Honda was really highlighted on that track as a real big player to newcomers coming to the TCR series.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who race the TCRs anyway, they don't own just the one car. It's the same with those poor GT3 drivers. You know, just when a new car comes out or there's a chance to have another TCR, you've got to take it. You've got to do it. And so people realizing just how good, finally, because I've been racing them for years, how good the Hondas are. And it is a bit like that season where it was all the Elantras.
Yeah, no, that was the Elantra Cup that nearly became. Do you remember?
So close to that. And yeah, it's now finally the Honda's time until the next sort of like bot comes on, but it's still a good bot for TCR.
I think
like
so.
You could win a race in any car in this series, but you can't quite mount the curbs like that Hyundai does if you're in anything but a Hyundai.
Well, you can, but you won't have any fillings left afterwards. It'll knock all your fillings out. Right, who's the big movers? Michael Hall. New to the Honda, well, at least to me anyway, he's usually in an Elantra. He's up 3 positions, as is Marius Hibmer for the JC Academy team. So is he gonna get his pay this time then?
Yeah, I'll add an extra few pennies to it, I suppose.
Okay. Thrashing it out back here is Jeff Saunders, up 7 or 6, depending on whether Fiona overtakes him again or not. And Fee, who's up 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great from her so far.
Good performance. Good performances, I should say. Sorry, I've got hiccups. Paul Hurley, though, is your top boy. Up 8 places. Doing a great job.
Yeah, he'll be really happy with that so far. He's got Dennis and Chris Needham behind him.
Yeah.
So he'll have to, he's allowed to race them. But he doesn't have to let them go just because they're a different class. He'll be, Paul will be looking at taking advantage of any mistakes in front to get himself a bit closer to De Jong.
Yeah, he's having a good look at the car in front of him, who's not on the same lap as him, I don't think. I think that's Andy Littler, who's a lap down, or about to be. So Paul Hurley pulls in behind those two, gives them the space to race. Callum Brandt, oh, he's done a bit of that looked like a bit of the end of a dive, didn't it?
Fantastic up and under there for Marius.
Yeah. Got him done.
And Marius comes over with a great load of experience from GT4s and other sports cars as well. His first season in BSTV. Quite new to TCR, would you believe, Pete?
Oh, really? Okay.
Only starting it at Thruxton, and he's already taken to it like I don't know, something that takes to something quite quickly.
Maybe a duck to water.
That's the one I was looking for.
Oh, dear.
It's like, think of an animal, and I nearly said antelope to the springs.
Well,
but...
you know, could be. Demis really does like these curves. He keeps hitting the same one pretty hard each lap. It's not promoted. Right, we should show this boy because he is still in the race. This is Greg Daffron. He is not French. RD Simsport's top driver. I'm sure the rest of them will be nodding. And he is currently 2.5 seconds, 2.6 seconds ahead of Pete Newman.
Newman got a pass in on Stephen Walker then.
Oh, he must have done, yeah. Let me go and see if I can find that. It's almost impossible to find in the amount of events that have gone on in this race so far. But I'm willing to give it a go. And Stephen Walker is tracking him down at the minute. Here we go. I've managed to find it. No way did I find that. Oh, because Stephen went off track. Okay.
Oh, it might have been the same situation that we saw with the earlier battle.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
And then
so
wide.
A bit of spin there.
Yeah. So almost a gift, really. Let's go back to live running if I can find my live button. Where's the live button gone? Why would someone steal my live button? There we go.
Yeah, you got to be in it to win it, and Pete sort of being very patient. He does have Stephen right behind him now, battling away. And this is
Yeah.
absolutely perfect for Greg. Greg's got the pace anyway, I think, to perhaps see the rest of this race through, barring any back markers getting in the way. But to see your mirror and see second and third place fighting as hard as they are, then that's just going to put an extra load off your shoulders.
Yeah. And BSTV boys, I don't think I've read the script. So you're supposed to be racing everybody else, not each other.
I think they were reading the F1 script over the weekend.
Yeah.
Bobby rules
Bit
nearly in
bumpy,
effect there.
Bit bumpy. Excuse me. Room for a unicorn.
James Jeffrey having a quick look through, and
Look
the black
through?
hole behind is,
Look through.
you know, like a peeping Tom through a window. No, wait, I could have used such a better analogy than that. You all know what I mean anyway. Let's not get cancelled for one race into the season.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Jake Blackhall behind as well, just staying back for now, watching everything going on in front. Maybe going to try and pick off people who maybe ride a curb too hard or go too wide and take the wrong line into certain corners.
Yeah. Jeff Saunders has just been off track again, but he's back on. That's fine. As these guys go racing still. At the very front, though, Pete Newman and Stephen, this is going to be a point of contention shortly.
Yeah, with 6 minutes left on the clock. Although we're getting still got a good few laps left. That was so close, but I think Stephen Walker's going to have a fantastic run out of this corner. And to be honest, that's a brilliant run. We've got a back marker a bit ahead.
Oh, yeah.
This could shape the chance for a passing opportunity.
He's gone defensive.
He's either gone defensive or he's holding that back marker going straight off the track to dive out the way.
Not having a bar of that, is he? He's like, no way. Nope.
I'm not going to be responsible for this one. Great exit. I thought Steve was about to stick it in the bomb hole there.
Oh, what did you just say?
Steven's about to stick it through the bomb hole.
Okay.
Bomb hole. Bomb hole.
Tony's gone.
One shows
Tony's
up.
gone.
Oh.
And so did his bonnet. I don't know what happened. We'll have a look at that.
If you say bomb hole 3 times, something bad happens.
Apparently so, yeah. Right, so, oh, no. Oh, was he helped? Hang on.
There's a lot of people losing it on the entry into Brundle there.
I'm not sure he lost it. I feel he may have been assisted. Jamie's having a look. Jamie's late on the brakes. Oh, no, he's on his own. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
is that easily done, is it?
It's very easily done. If you think about it, it's the longest straight on the whole course.
Yeah.
You're pretty much, to get a good sort of exit through Nelson, you're having to keep to the left-hand side as much as possible. With that, you're in a race as well, so you have to take it quite quick and get down to 3rd gear before you even properly enter Brundle. And the rest of it's just trying to regulate your brake as much and as little as possible at the same time. I know that doesn't sound like it makes sense, but you've got to really do a lot of micro adjustments, and there's been a lot of people, especially during like the TCR showdown over the weekend, and the officials as well, just losing it a little bit on that corner and ending their races quite prematurely.
Yeah, that was wobbly, taking a position off Renee Earhart in bomb, B-O-M-B, hole, and onto Coram.
Say it quick 3 times.
No, because someone else will get wiped out. This is where, well, basically all of the key action is right now. So this is for 11th, is this? Yeah, 11th place. Morgan Butler leads the charge. Rob Sutherland, who's probably not an Am-Class driver, I've got that wrong, he should be in Pro. Jamie Wilson, Andy Shield, and Jura Larkinen. Somebody leaving the pits there. Oh, that is Tony. He reset the car to get his fast repair. You get 1 fast repair, folks, in each race, but you're only going to get 1. Even if it's an endurance race, you're only getting 1 as a driver. And you get 15 incidents, whether that's 4 for contact with another car, 2 for contact with some objects or losing control, or 1 for an off-track. You get 15 incident points before you get penalised, and then you get penalised every 15. So in an endurance race, we've seen a few drivers, Jay, haven't we, where they've visited a few times, haven't they?
Yeah, it's ironically it's like the longer races you have to take more care, and it's usually where most people make the most mistakes because it's just it's a long race to try and keep your concentration going for all that time.
Yeah.
But in this shorter track like Snetterton, you're gonna find it's actually the case with quite a few British tracks where there's a few inconsistencies with how much grass you can take with a wheel on the track or on the curb.
Right.
It seems to be different per couple of corners.
Oh.
Snetterton's no different, so you might see quite a few instant points popping up when some of these drivers least expect it.
Oh, look at this though now. It's basically a push.
Yeah, this has to be the move right here.
He's got.
And if this goes too wide into Nelson,
Yeah, I think Greg is going to pick up white flag this lap. Oh no, he's kept out of it. He's obviously showing him a bit of enough nose to make him worry, isn't he? Pete Newman's.
yeah, at this point,
He's cool though, isn't he, Pete Newman? You've raced with him.
yeah. I mean, both drivers are fantastic. Show great consistency. Very cool cucumbers as well.
Yeah, let's see if we can spot Barney waving his flag on this lap. It must be this lap.
Yeah, must be 1 minute left.
Oh, it's right underneath the camera. Really?
By the time Greg passes that line again, it will be over
Yeah,
20 minutes. So this will be the last lap. This is going to be Stephen Walker's last chance.
Oh, we've got other chances.
Ooh,
We've got other chances.
that was a lovely camera switch there.
Yeah. Don't know who did it. Jamie, has he got this done?
Potentially, as long as he can keep it nice and tight here. 97 is slightly ahead there. A bit of touch in there.
Bit of a bump. Oh, and a little
Side
bit.
by
Oh,
side.
he's letting back through. He's letting back through.
Yep. And I don't know if Stephen Walker's close enough to Pete Newman there to be making a move as they're just about to go into Brundle. Not quite.
Not quite.
And I don't think we're going to see, unless Steve can rush a bomb hole.
It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
I didn't say the whole word, it doesn't count. But here we go. Fred Gaffron on going through the last corner. Your first heat winner of the season, and deservedly so. Kept it nice and cool. Fantastic qualifying lap.
Yeah. Lovely job. Lovely job.
A lovely 5 seconds as well on Pete Newman, who finishes half a second in front of Stephen Walker.
Yeah, lots of flashing lights, people enjoying themselves in the background there. There was a bit going on with Jamie Wilson a minute ago. He's slow out of bomb hole. His car's crabbing. We're going to have a look. Oh, yeah, his car's well out of shape. He's got a broken rear axle. What happened to him? Tony, that's Tony crashing. I saw it pop up on my screen. It was this. All it said was Jamie went off track. So his car's in normal state here. Who is that on his left? Can't quite tell. Oh, is that solid air?
No, there was a little bit of contact
Was
there.
Let me go to...
Jamie might have turned in a little bit too tight there.
Let's see. I think there was
a
gap.
It's a close one.
I think there was gap. And once more time for fun. There we go, this will show it.
Ah, this would be a perfect angle.
Yeah. Unrealistic camera, obviously, but it might do the job for this. Oh no, that's contact. I mean, yeah, somebody's got to give it at that point, haven't they?
Yeah, if they're both going for the corner, they're both side by side. Neither of them's going to want to give it up.
No.
And sometimes with Snetterton in that corner in particular, that's just the way it goes, unfortunately.
It is, yeah. Right, let's have a look at the finishing order for that race. So, a massive, massive win for Greg Daffron for RD Simsport. He was 5.3 seconds ahead of Pete Newman for Result X Pure Sims, who takes the second step on that podium. And multiple previous champion of the series, Stephen Walker, lucky Walker, gets the bottom step of the podium for BSTV Esports Pink. And that was a very close race right to the end. Michael Hall is the first of your Pro-Am drivers. Obviously done some practice as he is in 4th overall for Result X Pure Sims again. It's going to be a good evening for them, I think. Harry Fox was 5th for Whiskins Racing. Might stumble across some of these because they're new to me. Wobbly Kneecaps finished 6th for BSTV Esports Pink after dumping the clutch a bit badly at the start. Renee Earhart, 7th for Cutting Corny TCR team. Great result for him. Jake Blackhall, 8th for Knight Rider Motorsports. Jamie Jeffrey, 9th for Coupes and Convertibles Racing. And then second in class, 10th on track, Pete Van Gool for Result Clothing iRacing team. Morgan Butler in 11th for WSR Esports. Rob Sutherland is the first AM class driver across the line. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be moving him into Pro-Am though, for RD Simsport. 13th was Andy Shield for Knight Rider Motorsports. 14th and 3rd in class, Jura Larkinen for Hydro Race Racing Forces. That's a good result for Jura, isn't it? That's a strong result, that, yeah. I think it will work out that he's actually 4th once I move Rob out of class, because clearly Rob is miles and miles ahead of the rest of them. Callum Brandt finished 15th for RD Simsport with Marius Hibmer, 16th for JC Academy. Roger Morton, 17th for Safeguard. Chris Shaw, 18th on his return to us for Ascari Autosport. Where was I up to? Can't even find where I was at. It was Chris Shaw. I can't see him on the screen. Oh, there. Jaden Scotton finished 19th for JC Academy. 20th was Ronald De Jong, 21st. Oh, and he was second in class, or probably going to be the top AM class driver. So he gets himself a podium. Deck Crowther finished 21st for Blade Designs. Carl Hardy finished 22nd for Result X Pure Sims. Dietmar Hoos, 23rd for Cutting Coney TCR team with Chris Needham in 24th for Air Smart Racing. Jamie Wilson, we saw what happened to him right at the very end there. Should have finished a lot higher up than that. 25th for Team Chimera. Demis Tigchalar, 26th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Paul Hurley was 27th, 3rd in class, maybe 2nd after the shuffle for Just an Average Sim Racer. Arnaud Chenonnier was 28th for Air Smart Racing. The list continues, of course, because we've got a lot of them. 29th was Daniel Lewis for Blade Designs. We saw what happened to him. Darryl Wright was 30th for Result Clothing. Chris Dixon was 31st in his new liveried Safeguard by Result. His ahead of his teammate David Ayres. That will go down well in that camp, won't it? In 32nd, Chesney Vandenbroeke 33rd for JC Academy. Strong race for him. Marcus Kesting 34th. Fiona Siddons 35th, and as Alan said, she got a top 3 last night when she was out racing as well, driving well for Work Guard by Result. Dale Bennison for Safeguard 36th. Tony Walker, we saw what happened to him at 37th, BSTV Esports Pink. Andy Littler was 38th, and 39th was Jeff Saunders. Jack Andrews was 40th. He had an incident along the way, and Sam Boozen obviously did not start. So an event-filled race. I'm surprised I got through the entire finishing order there in the time given. I don't know why I pressed that. I need to press this instead. We get a few people that come out onto track in the second of these races, folks, because this is a feature race. They will have to pit unless they're very, very good at fuel saving. 40 cars all fuel saving is just as funny as 40 cars gunning it to the line, Jay. It's not something that I did manage to master it after getting shouted at by Wobbly a lot at Daytona. But fuel saving, is that even possible as much around here? You've got some big straights where you've got to open it up or you'll get mugged. But you can get off the gas early, I guess, if you can carry corner speed.
There's very little places you can get away with it. I'll probably say from Bomb Hole to Murray's, you might be able to do a little bit of lifting there. Only because you know that a lot of people aren't always going to try diving you into the last corner because of that curb, so you could perhaps sort of get a little bit of lift in there and use that to get a better exit out of the corner, first negating any negative that you can get from taking the corner so slow. But for a lot of people here, unless you're congested in a pack, you're going to not get any chances really of fuel saving minus that last corner.
Yeah, I didn't know whether Wobbly was doing some practice starts then. If he wasn't, he needs to. Right, reverse 15 places, folks. This should be. If Pete's done it right, there we go. So Callum Brandt will lead everybody away. Jura Larkinen will be off the grid in second. Andy Shield in third. Fourth will be Rob Sutherland. Morgan Butler off fifth. Sixth will be Pete Van Gool. Jamie Jeffrey off seventh. 8th will be Jake Blackhall. Renee Earhart off 9th. 10th will be Wobbly. Harry Fox will go off 11th. 12th will be Michael Hall. 13th will be Stephen Walker. 14th will be Pete Newman. Race 1's winner, Greg Daffron, gets punished enough to go back to 15th place on this start. Marius Hibmer will start 16th. 17th will be Roger Morton. 18th will be Chris Shaw. Jaden Scott off 19th. Didn't extend gridding. 20th will be Ronald de Jong. Deck Crowther off 21st. Carl Hardy off 22nd. 23rd will be Dietmar Hoos. Chris Needham off 24th. 25th will be Jamie Wilson. 26th will be Demis Tictular. Paul Hurley off 27th. Arnaud Chinonier off 28th. 29th will be Daniel Lewis. Darrell Wright will go off 30th. 31st will be, let me change the camera. 31st will be Chris Dixon. 32nd will be David Ayres. 33rd will be Chesney Vandenbroeke. 34th will be Marcus Kesting. 35th will be Fee. Dale will go off 36th. 37th will be, if I can find it, Tony Walker. Andy Litter off 38th. 39th will be Jeff Saunders. And Jack Andrews will go off 40th. Need a nap again.
Nicely done.
Yeah, thanks. So we usually we'd be waiting for Sam Blees, but he's not. I don't think he's signed up yet. Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember if he's going to at all. I guess we'll see. I thought no, he has signed up. Sorry, yeah, just checked it. So we're waiting on a couple of drivers. Jamie Wilson, Renee Earhart, and Tony Walker at the moment.
Might because Sam's not in the session but is in the session, they might wait for him anyway.
Oh, of course.
Or the service might do. So everyone blames Sam.
Yep. Well, I'll blame Sam, that's fine. So, flashing of lights from Callum at the front there. We're waiting just on Renee. Renee has just joined the field, so I think we'll start to go to grid shortly. Here we go, revs are up, folks. Lights will come on. Or not. We'll wait a bit longer, I guess. Yeah.
Yep, 3 seconds to go.
Okay. Now we'll get some. Stop flashing your lights at the back. You're not clever. Right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are racing. This is a 40-minute race, limited
Poor
fuel.
start.
Yeah, who was that? And wobbly again.
Yeah, Jura Lackinen races straight through. It could be straight in the lead after the first turn.
He is. Yeah, he's done it. Whole shot
Fantastic.
to Jura.
There we go. Looks like it's going to be nice and clean. But once again, I was so
that was
close
Dietmar.
there, those three.
Oh, Dietmar.
Got everyone rushing in.
Jamie Wilson. Jamie Wilson got about a 400 places.
Yeah, saw a gap just there before he went for it.
Yeah. Massive wide open door there. That was brilliant. Might try and go and watch that again, but not if they're 4 wide.
3 wide. Oh my goodness. I hope that goes 4.
Oh my.
Actually, no, it's a JC Academy car. I hope it doesn't.
I'm looking through
my
fingers.
Getting squeezed, and wow.
Everybody breathe in. Oh my word.
Bit of Constantine there, but everyone's gone through there so cleanly.
That's crazy.
That's throughout the field as well.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Right, let's have a look at the very front. So that is, well, where's Jura? Oh, there's Jura in the BSTV Council paint. Rob Sutherland is second. Andy Shield is third. Jamie Jeffrey, who this is his home track. He will be expecting a great result here for Jamie Jeffrey. Jaden has gone. I can't find him. There he is. No, I keep missing him. There, I've got him. No, I missed him again. Damn it. Why is that so hard to hit on the screen? There we go. Right, Jamie Wilson still moving forward. Who's that as well? Carl Hardy.
Slow down for Greg. Greg has a slowdown from somewhere. I don't know if he's cut the last corner or something like that, but he's got a slowdown. It still needs serving.
Right.
Oh no, he's served it there. So I wonder if he just took that hairpin a little bit slower than usual.
Or a little bit wider. That'll sometimes do it. Take a little bit of a wider line and maintain your speed. It still adds the time on, but you can leave the corner quicker. 2x2 into this corner this time. Oh my god, I don't like it when they cross over like that, leaning into that. Nelson, is it? I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just everyone that I'm very impressed with,
I am.
with how safe everyone's keeping it at the moment, and it's still very competitive as well. Like people taking chances when they can, going too wide, but also the respect is there as well. And don't make this curse on the commentator, please. I am begging you.
So this is Chris Dixon, Paul Hurley, and Daniel, I think, isn't it? Yeah, Daniel Lewis.
Yep. And once again, like I said, if you keep that inside line there, you will.
Oh, Chris Dixon! Oh, he got tyre on the grass, and then he was wrestling an octopus. The top of the field is just obscenely tight. They're bunched up in 2 lots of 4 at the moment. Maybe 5 shortly.
And the chat is going absolutely ecstatic for Euro being at the top of the table at the moment. After 2 seasons, Euro has finally worked his way up to the top of the table.
Yeah.
What an accomplishment. Yep, and he's got a bit of a battle at the moment with Sutherland.
Yeah. Rob giving him
interested to see what happens here.
Yeah, it's a brave boy that goes around the outside, as Jamie Wilson found out in the previous race.
And Rob's going to be slightly ahead here, but they are going to be side by side, and that brilliant.
Very nice. Nero's no slouch, but he's got Jamie Jeffrey behind him.
That's Rene going wide, and that's a result Pure Sim car as well. It's Michael Hall.
It is. And now he's joined back in very, very safely, so well done to Michael. As Rene's off.
Rene just mowing the lawn for us.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's Chris Shaw. He's going. He's not going. Nice catch.
Saved it. Good save.
Yeah. A little bit of a rub, and he was a passenger for some of that. Oh, here we go. For the lead. Oh, Pete's got the wrong camera.
Fantastic exit from Jamie Jeffrey. Is going to try on the outside, and a big hit just there.
Yeah, he tried to turn in, but there was a Honda there.
And it's slowed enough everyone down behind. Jamie Jeffrey gets that lead. We've got the council paint going through, and look at that bunching just there.
Yeah, we're going to have to look at that again in a second, when I can find a decent bit of footage. If the screen doesn't keep moving on me. Let's have a look at that again. Here it is.
I wonder if Jamie Jeffrey lost a little bit of control there, and...
Let's have a look. So he tries to turn in, and, well... Yeah. He's still got to get round safely, hasn't he? So just turning in isn't good enough sometimes, is it? So let's see what happens here. Oh, who's that?
That's Rob going off.
Right a bit.
Oh, that's gutting for Rob.
Horrible place to try and rejoin the outside of Coram until you get to where he is now, really. Because everybody dives to the inside line. Pete Van Gool as well. They're all at it.
Yeah, this is a long race, folks, so you don't want to be taking too many risks here. And there's a couple of accidents going on at the moment where people who were in good positions, all it takes this early in the race is one off track, and you lose several places.
Yeah. Where did Greg Daffron end up? There he is. Why is he so far back now? Let me have a look at that.
He did start in 15th.
Sorry, it wasn't him that was fighting, was it? It was Callum, was it? Who was he fighting with just then? With
Bob was at the top.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
And he's way back now in 20th.
Yeah, it looked like he was having a battle with Jura, or it could have been Butler into Brundle and Nelson, and somehow come off quite bad there from the looks of it.
I'll try and find that as well.
Paul. Both fighting neck and neck.
Wow, he was off track for an age. Oh, and Jura was off track with him. So let's see what happened here.
So at the start of the straight, they were both side by side, and
he's gone on his own.
Massively overshot that.
Yeah. Oh, we did see him rejoin, didn't we, on the outside of Coram? That's right. So much going on, I'm forgetting what I'm watching. Right. Jura's now under pressure again. He's now got Stephen Walker. Oh, he's not anymore. Stephen Walker's through on him. There's something going on back here with Jamie Wilson. Jamie Wilson is scalping the entire field at the moment. He's up 11 places already.
The most experienced BSTV driver versus the debut.
Marius Hibmer,
And looks like Hibmer's on top.
Yeah, on that one. And look at Chris Shaw coming through and behind him. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, fantastic driving from always. We got a couple of result boys in there at the moment.
Yeah.
One with Roger. I know that is Roger Morton there as well. Oh, I think that's Morton going in for a move there.
Yeah, nice. on the inside there.
Yeah,
Of
that
Harry
outside
Fox.
line's going to be better as we approach bomb hole. And look at that, great. Oh, that was PVG.
Really nice.
Sorry, PVG.
Oh, is that PVG?
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
yeah,
PVG
yeah.
going through. Morton's a couple more cars in front.
Yep.
PVG with a fantastic overtake just there. Got Roger Morton on camera now.
Oh, that was a lot of curb.
Yep, and we could. Jamie Wilson in an Audi. I don't care how fast Jamie makes that Audi go. When an Audi hits a curb, it's going to take chunks out of your time and your momentum coming out that corner.
Rob Sutherland was door to door with somebody just then. Oh, he's behind Chris Needham now. Right, what's going on up here? Jura Larkinen has been in every fight going so far, I think.
Yeah, Jura getting his elbows out with everybody at the moment. He still leads the class by a fair bit as well. So if he does look at letting some people go, he'll be doing it very, very sparingly, I think.
Yeah, I think so. He's got Greg.
Greg was looking there.
Oh, no, he's gone.
No,
he's gone. That wasn't a bad hit, though. But some of the little hits are bad in these cars these days, aren't they, with the damage model?
Andy has gone off as well. Andy Shield.
Where's Andy in the standings?
That's him behind.
Oh, yeah. Trying to find him on here, there. Oh, he's back on there and running.
Yeah, I wonder if there's been a similar incident there.
I'll have a look. Although I can't find an incident. Oh, there it is.
And Jura has a meatball as well from that incident.
Oh, you're joking. I did say the smallest hits in these cars these days to get you all sorts of damage. Right, so that's a funny line going in from Andy. And then he's wide.
That looks like it was a different lap on that one.
Oh, it
so
was,
I wonder
yeah.
if there's another one.
Just a minute. Oh, here's another one. So, Jura's gone to the pits to use his fast repair. Do you remember, folks, I said there was just one fast repair per race for each racer? Oh, right, okay. That was just a cacophony of disasters, really, wasn't it? Right,
Sometimes watching somebody else in front of you go off like that can cause a little bit of a domino effect.
Yep, target fixation, and you follow the car's line in front of you without even knowing you're doing it.
Oh, every time. Every time.
Of course, I've never done that.
No, I don't recall you ever doing it, actually, Pete.
Not near enough to the car in front, that's why. Right, so your race leader remains Jamie Jeffrey at the moment. He's got a 2.2 second lead. He's getting tracked down by quite a lot of I rating. Morgan Butler is the first in the list for WSR Esports, and Stephen Walker is second in the list for Backfire BSTV Pink. There we go. Can't even get my own team's name right. What the hell? Jake Blackhall for Knight Rider Motorsports. Good grief. Is in fourth at the moment, and he's got Wobbly bearing down on him now. And Wobbly's bringing Pete Newman with him. Oh, and Greg. Right, so Greg Daffron is also tailing this group. And of course, if you can save a bit of fuel, it means that you're not in the pit lane for as long, doesn't it?
Yep. You're going to be very hard pressed to find somewhere to do fuel save here. I'll probably actually say Greg's probably got a fantastic advantage here because he's right behind some faster people. What I said about the fuel saving, Greg has nobody behind him.
No, nobody.
If he wanted to sit behind these faster drivers who are arguably the quickest on the field, he could possibly lift a little bit sooner. He could possibly, get a pull from them across the whole circuit and keep up and maintain the speed. So I tell you what, Greg's actually in a good position here if he wanted to do some fuel saving. Although it would still only, in my opinion, be a little bit, it could still be enough to maybe get an extra lap and a couple of litres less fuel into your tank. So that could be an interesting one. Yeah,
and back here, Callum Brandt is leading a massive train of cars. You need a battle map, a track map, and a battle box. He's leading about 10 cars for 8th place here. It goes all the way back to 20th. There is a little bit of a gap around Harry Fox. Just in front of Harry, there's 1 second of air. But that's all the gap in that whole train. Oh, here we go. We've got something further back in the field here. 3 into one corner. Will it go? Is that Jaden? No, that's Chesney, isn't it?
Yes,
I've not got used to your paint schemes yet. And then
they're
Fee.
quite nice this season.
It's really good. I like it. I like the way that each one is ever so subtly different, and each one's got their country of origin flag on the roof.
Only took me a few hours.
Oh, Chesney a bit deep into that one. Gives Fee a bit of a shot.
And
Marius.
Chesney did tell me he was going to be trying to chase Chris Dixon as much as he can through the season. At the moment, Chris has got a good couple of positions on him, so Chesney will be looking at trying to get a few more seconds closer. I think maybe join his pit stop or something.
Marius,
another member for JC Academy.
Yeah.
Sorry, P. I keep cutting you off.
No, it's all right. Keep doing it. I'm just talking nonsense most of the time, anyway.
But Roger Morton at the moment. Roger Morton's the bread, and the cars behind him, and the pigeons chasing him down the Bentley straight.
Oh, Chris
late
Shaw.
dive just there from Chris Shaw, and look at that, keeping plenty of space in between. Shaw with the faster outline there, and he will get that pass done.
What a lovely overtake. Was that 2 for 1? No, it was a 1 for 1, wasn't it? 'Cause Roger Morton has got away now as a result of that. He's got a bit of a gap. Lovely overtake from Chris Shaw there. So far, a much better race than the first race was. And the first race wasn't shabby. Right, whoa, what happened there? Was that Pete Newman and Wobbly? No, who was that? Somebody was... Oh, it was Harry Fox into the pits.
Yeah, and judging by a couple of cars going in now, this could be the earliest pit, but no, the quicker guys at the front.
Oh, sorry.
Oh
dear. Is that Greg and?
Yeah, Greg and Pete fighting it out in that corner.
We'll have a look at that. As long as it gives me an event, it doesn't always.
Yeah, this is going to invite Michael Hall into it as well with the amount of speed that Pete and Greg got out of that corner. Not much. Michael's gone from 1.5 at the start of the straight to 1 second by the end of it, and Pete might need to try and hold up Greg a little bit longer, and maybe hope that Michael can come in and take a few goes at Greg to relieve Pete a little bit there.
Yeah. So it's taken me all the way back to here because it didn't actually trigger an event on SDK, not for me anyway. So Greg goes mega wide to sweep round turn 1 and cut back in.
Yeah, and I'm not really seeing much of a...
It was a send.
That's some send.
That
probably
is from a week back, that one. I think they had a third-class stamp on it. It was that far back.
He licked it, he sent it. Unfortunately, went by Royal Mail, so it got lost on the way.
Never got there. Yeah. More in the pits. Andy Shield and Chris Needham are in the pits at the moment. This is hot, though. This is hot. Tell you what, you're 3 wide. Really, boys? Really?
Whoa.
What?
Love it. Brilliant.
What? Deck Crowder's like, come on, keep it going. I can get positions here.
It's just that last 5 seconds there is just pretty much what we've been seeing from everybody through the whole race. Like this has been like the least chaotic 40 car plus race I've seen for a long time.
Q segment of burning cars.
I should stop talking sometimes.
One thing that we missed, and I don't know when we missed it after watching all this, was the pass for second place. I think it was about an hour ago. I'm not finding it.
Jamie Jeffrey at the moment 2.3 seconds in front of the pack. All the passing going on by everybody behind is giving Jamie the chance to fly and go with the wind.
Yeah, one of your boys is in, Marius, in the pits. So this is the overtake. Why is... Oh, he's going to cross up. And how many have we seen do that? 3? 4? About 4, I think.
I haven't seen it happen too often this many laps into the race, but
no.
It's just a stark reminder that you truly, even though... Can you believe this, Pete? There's some people who don't like racing on Snetterton.
What?
Yeah,
Weirdos.
right.
Weirdos.
I know, but but those people don't like racing on Snetterton. They'll never experience the thrill of riding on a flat track, which still wants to destroy you at 75% of it. And yeah, that camera angle just makes it look like people are going straight across a little clip of a 3D curb. Got Netherlands versus Great Britain at the moment. PVG, RDJ, and Derek.
Yeah. Greg's gone to the pits. I didn't expect that. I honestly didn't.
Yeah, not even halfway through the race at the moment, but maybe.
Wonder if he got damage.
I haven't seen anything on my screen with that one just yet. But at the same time, if he's not going to completely fill his tank there as
Multi-21.
Chesney, that's in. I didn't say nothing. You can't prove it. I'm in this booth. I haven't got my phone out at all. I just wonder if Greg's not filling his tank up.
Yeah.
He's got enough to perhaps make that short pit stop now. I'm trying to look on the map to see whereabouts he's come out on track. I might need some expert camera work and directorship.
I'll see who I can find. I'll ring around.
So 20th place Greg has come out at the moment, and actually he has a fair bit of clean air in front. If he gets quite lucky and has David Ayres and Paul Hurley pit in front of him, then he may have landed a slight jackpot here. You've got David and Paul chasing each other. They won't really want to move out too much for Greg, as they're still kind of in a fight with each other, and both still fighting or chasing down De Jong as well.
Yeah. Usually, and I shouldn't say this too much, the M-Class drivers tend to stay out on track if they've not sustained any damage until they do sustain damage or they run out of fuel. So I don't think it'll necessarily work the way that Greg might think it will. But he's a seasoned campaigner, isn't he? He's raced in the league in previous seasons, so he'll know the score. He'll have planned this out. He knows exactly what he's doing. And Tony Walker is on his way out of the pits now for BSTV.
Yep, Tony going to be looking for a much better result this race. Well, the last one comes out in 26th.
Yeah, he's out in 26th. He started in 37th, so he's up 11 places. Chris Dixon's up 11 places. I know there's some pit stops that have gone past him, if you know what I mean, but... Oh, where's he going? Is his Labrador not in the car? That was weird. He just decided to exit stage right for a minute. A bit odd.
Probably inventing lines through Brundle and Nelson. It seems to work, though. He's gone through and carries on with his day.
Yeah. PVG to the pits. And Renee has found himself some friends to play with. That's Jamie Wilson, who's mighty on the brakes into that hairpin. Absolutely phenomenal. I've seen it a few times now, and on that first lap, he overtook like 6 people, sorry. Just getting into that corner. That was very impressive. Yeah,
sometimes you'll see, especially with the first laps, everyone's trying to keep it careful anyway, but some keep too careful. Yeah. And if you have someone who can find that opportunist moment in the first couple of corners to maybe gain 1 or 2 places, then if nobody else is going for that space, then you might as well take it yourself, as long as you do it safely. And of course it's worked out great for Jamie, up 15 places at the moment. Still needing a pit stop, but that's the same with everybody else around him at the moment. Top person who's made a pit stop so far, Greg Daffron, in 17th place at the moment, followed by drivers who have had a pit stop. Marius Hibmer in 20th. So as soon as I say that, Ronald de Jong going into the pits himself. Be interesting to see if he comes out in front or behind Tony Walker, as Tony's still carving through the field at the moment.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, Tony, of recovering from the... Well, it wasn't a great race 1, was it? I'm sure he's having a load of fun though. He's up 12 places in this race already, and he's done his pit stop. As Paul Hurley and well, Ronald's on his way out of the pits now.
Yeah, it's Paul just making his way up now as well, and Greg's actually got past Paul and try if it was it Chris Dixon as well. It was Chris Dixon. Greg getting past those quite quick, being the earliest stop of the fast lot. So
Yep.
he's currently 19 seconds behind the leader. Now I don't know how long it takes for a pit stop here, but that's not a lot of gap at all between Greg and everybody else.
No, it's not.
You might see quite a few people maybe putting a pit in. They're in a group at the moment as to stop Greg's undercut from gaining too much on them. But Greg's, I feel Greg's in pole position at the moment on this one, with maybe only Jamie Jeffrey at the moment as the one who can stop him.
Yeah. So that's Renee going defensive into the hairpin there. I thought the Audi was going to have him on the straight actually. It was certainly chewing up the tarmac.
I will here. Oh, look at that! You can see it already, like
starting to inch.
on the note. Wow, that's the Audi's just so good on those straights.
And the Audi, you get through the first 5 gears in the first 3 inches, and then just stay in 5th gear forever. Oh, yeah. Didn't realise they were that close.
And 2 in the bomb hole.
Oh, what?
2 in the bomb hole.
Oh, okay. Renee's car has been rearranged at the back. Is he still beside him? No, he's not. So Jamie thought better of going too wide.
Great exit from
That was
Jamie.
lovely, yeah. He's done him here.
Yeah, Rene already at a slight disadvantage on that exit and having a drag race with an Audi.
Oh my!
Oh, that nearly got too close there.
Dear.
There's still enough here that I think Jamie won't take that inside line there. He keeps it nice and wide.
Loads of room given.
And it's still going to go into the hairpin. This is great for Roger Morton at the moment.
Yeah, look at him
Chris
sneaking
Shaw as
through.
well, ooh.
Room for a little one.
Oh, Roger's going to have a fantastic line out of here. In fact, I think we could be about to see this go 3 wide. Unless Roger wants to give a quick tap to Rene to maybe push him in front of that Audi.
Oh.
Go on, Roger. Do it for the content. Do it for the highlights. Do you want to be on the next trailer? You'd love to be on the next trailer. And Roger backs out.
Oh.
Ooh, and
Audi.
Rene's line just here.
Audi was a little wild. It's tight through here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to keep that safe difference, and Roger Morton's going to have, was going to have a look on Rene there, but Rene just switches up at the last moment. Pro versus Pro-Am at the moment, and I feel Rene is on the back foot here a little bit.
A little, yeah, that's a surprise. He might not be familiar with the track though. Ooh.
Chris Shaw into the pits.
Oh, Fiona's facing the wrong way at a bad place. Let's have a look. She's been nudged.
Oh yeah, a little.
Should have stayed left maybe.
It's such a horrible hairpin to get out on the exit if you end up going too wide. If I was Fiona, I probably would have reversed a little bit and just rode on the grass a little bit and just slowly filtered your way in. That's a lot of time wasted there.
Experience though, isn't it, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
So looks like Jamie Jeffrey has been caught by Stephen Walker now. He might have used up his stuff at the beginning of the race. He's going to go at the pits. No, I thought he was selling him.
Pits. Stephen.
Oh, Morgan's gone for it.
The 1-2.
Yeah. And Wobbly's carried on, still chasing Jake. So, and Chris Dixon just continues to make his way forward. Don't know what he's been eating, but I want some.
16 places. That's absolutely massive. Really a fantastic race so far from Chris.
Yeah, that's exceptional. Very good.
And if he can keep behind PVG as well. Yeah. Oh, there's a little bit of a touch behind.
Was there? Missed that.
Yeah, I don't know if that was Tony Walker just there, involved in something else. Only a little tap.
Okay.
Behind this group.
Behind. Oh, there.
Yeah, I saw a pink car go off somewhere there. It was either Rob Sutherland or Tony Walker. I have a feeling it was Tony Walker. Could be wrong though, but they both did have a green badge. That's strange. Rob's showing up as Am on the timing board and Pro-Am on his banner.
Oh,
So I think someone may have put him in Pro-Am. It just didn't go through SDK system in the end.
That'll be me then, won't it? Hang on. I can sort that.
Tony Walker with a great pass just there versus De Jong. As a pro driver next on his radar, Andy Shearer up ahead. Derek Crowther also in Pro-Ams as well, occupying that 19th place at the moment.
There we go. Sorted.
There you go, as if by magic.
Right, everybody's in the pits. The whole field
magic.
at the front is in the pits, all of them.
Now this could be a really good.
So Wobbly has gone round again. He's the only one that's gone for another lap.
Look at that pit, just absolutely full to the brim. And Michael Brandt, Jamie Wilson, Renee Earhart, and Robert Morton as well.
There goes Jamie in a brand new, probably. You might as well use your fast repair if you're in there. At this point in the race, you've got 12 minutes to go. You might as well give it your best shot with the best car you can. The last of the ones that haven't pitted have just entered the pits. Wobbly is the only one that's gone this extra lap. And now we've got some fighting going on throughout the field again. This always happens. So, Greg and Morgan, is that?
Yep. Greg and Morgan.
Morgan Butler. This is obviously for class position, not just track position. You get points for where you finish in the field, not in your class, in the field. So, you know, if you do happen to be an AM class driver in the top 10 or whatever, then you're going to get a massive amount of points compared to your closest rival. We saw it with Daniel Lewis last year. Andy Shield in the thick of it here, with Tony Walker coming through on him. Tony's scalping people along the way. Jay, he's doing good.
Yeah, Tony's been teeing that one up for a couple of laps there.
Like what you did there.
And yeah, it was a complete fluke, honestly. But yeah, no, Tony's having a fantastic second race there here at the moment. Up 18 positions.
No, ridiculous. Jamie Wilson's up 15 positions. And Jamie's in a bit of nothing at the minute. He's got time in front and time behind. Greg is trying to get away from Morgan now.
Yep. Oh, Jake goes off the track slightly there.
Yeah. So, where is Jamie Jeffrey when Wobbly is in the pits?
He was about 21 seconds away when Wobbly entered.
So, Jamie takes masses of curb. And Wobbly's moving, but Jamie is... Oh, this is going to be very close.
It falls on down. Jamie's going to get through.
Yeah. Stephen's through. Jake's going to be right on Wobbly, I think. No, he's not. All right. That gap was a lot bigger than I expected it to be. There's Jake.
Good stop from Wobbly, though. Yeah, it does still come out just outside the podium positions.
No, he's in the podium position. He's third.
Oh, yep, sorry. That's my bad. I had a blue name there and I registered it as a lead lap.
Oh, what's happened to Chris Needham? He's gone off track at the end of the lap there. Look at that huge gaggle in front of him. What is going on there?
I reckon Chris literally just saw that and was just like...
No, not doing...
Oh, no, really?
not doing this.
There's two black flags here.
Oh, really?
There's a black flag for Rob Sutherland and a black flag for Andy Shield as well at the moment.
Is that incident points?
Possibly. It's showing us just solid black flags at the moment.
Yeah.
So
that's a drive through the pit lane. Driver shame coming. And they must serve it before 3 laps, I think it is, and definitely before the end of the race. Otherwise they get smashed with like a 45-second penalty or something daft. Oh my.
And just letting Tony through as Tony makes up another position. That's
Oh,
one of the
that's
safeguards.
Andy Littler off track, keeping out of the
Yep,
way, I
that's
think. Sensibly so, I would expect.
Yep, and a
Oh,
little bit
no!
of
Oh, dear. So that was Andy Shield and Chris
spin just
Needham
there.
getting together.
Yeah, and Marius taking advantage of that. An extra 2 places for Marius.
Oh, yeah.
He'll happily take that one.
Is that Marius or Jaden?
And that's Jaden. I don't even know my. To be fair, they've both got. I only saw the back of it, and it was green on the back. They're both green on the back. So
here we go. This is penalties being served, I think.
Should just be a drive-through on this one. If it's a points one, if Andy ends up actually going into his pit box there, then he'll still have to go and do another lap and take that penalty.
Yeah,
take that drive-through.
He does. Whoa, that's mega wide from Dietmar. Dietmar's going to have to pay to get back in the arena. Right, at the very front, Jamie Jeffrey has been caught properly now. Stephen's on him. That's Arnaud Chenonnier in front as a back marker.
It's going to be providing a little bit of slipstream there to Jamie, but eventually, they're catching up at a ferocious pace there.
Oh, Stephen's gone epically wide at that first turn.
Stephen pushing so hard into that one. I feel, that's a very, I think someone may have missed their braking point there. Goes off there. Does have a slowdown. Which is going to serve that on the left-hand side.
Who's that? Oh, Arnaud.
Yep. And Stephen, 0.9 behind Jamie Jeffrey now.
That's a bigger gap now for some reason.
Yeah, it is a back mark there, just slightly getting in between both cars there. And even then, Wobbly, trying to pass as well, had to actually make a move there to get by, so maybe would have lost a good 3-4 attempts there.
Yeah, Arnaud has raced for many seasons in this league. Didn't race last season. None of the Air Smart racing cars did. But they're back this season with a vengeance. This is Harry Fox closing in on Marius. Excuse me.
Nicely done by Dale, one of the safest drivers we've ever had at BSTV, doing what he does best and keeping it nice and safe while keeping competitive in his class as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Great performances.
Marius now got to try and defend against a charging Harry. 800 I rating between them, but both above 4K. Oh, great exit out there from Harry.
Lovely,
and Marius might be on the back foot for this one. Might still be side by side by the time they get onto that first corner. As we enter the final 5 minutes of the race, Jamie Jeffrey in the lead, leading from Stephen Walker, 0.3 seconds. Marius tucking in behind there. Going to perhaps use Harry for a bit of slipstream until the end of the race. Wobbly, your reigning champion, in third. Greg Daffon in fourth, and round the rest of that top 5 right behind Greg is Mr. Blackhall. Yeah, this has been a fantastic clean race. 40 cars. There's been a couple of incidents which we'd normally get in a large field, but I've been seriously impressed, especially through the first few laps of each race tonight. Like it just seems everybody's got their heads screwed on the right way, and it's been absolutely fantastic to watch.
Yeah, and not everybody can't have brilliant races 100% of the time. There has to be some winners and losers in these things, but that's part of the game, isn't it? Next race, the ones that struggle will probably have a really good one. And it goes in swings and roundabouts, and that's why all drivers have 2 drop weeks. They're 2 weeks which they score the least amount of points. That might be a week where they don't even turn up because real life kicks in and they're on vacation or whatever. But that's why they have 2 drop weeks in the season. So your top 10 weeks count towards the final billing, and we will show the scores with drop weeks and treat them as such from week 6 onwards. Sorry, after week 6, so week 7 onwards. That's just what we do here at BSTV. Makes for a more interesting
Jeffrey in the chat as well.
Yeah, come on the unicorn. He's just about staying ahead of Stephen Walker at the minute. Home track advantage maybe. But we know what Stephen Walker's like. It's not over until, well, kind of usually he's got to the front. So we'll see how that pans out. Wobbly's done an alright job seeing as he can't start that Veloster. I can't believe he got it done the same way twice.
He doesn't have 3 pedals. We found out a little bit earlier, which I would have thought Wobbly would have been like like 4 or 5 grand sim equipment with like someone starting the clutch for him. You know. Just...
So you mean he's not got a clutch pedal?
I'm sure he mentioned that he didn't have a clutch pedal.
All right. Well, he's on a clutch button then, isn't he? And you can't phase that in, can you? So looks to me like the very front of this race is about to get mega exciting. Are they going to get one more lap? Is this white flag lap, this one?
It could be 2 more laps.
Sorry, oh, could it? All right, okay.
Yeah, we're only just got 1 minute 45 left. Oh, wow, good exit out of that corner from Stephen Walker, but Jamie Jeffrey's going to try and use the slipstream.
No flag.
Fiona as much as possible. Yep, we still got probably have 1 more lap after this one. They're both going to be side by side. Jamie Jeffrey going to be in front of this one, but Stephen going to be looking for the up and under. Look at the amount of pace here. Could we look for a late dive here? Stephen's already chosen which line he's going to choose there, but doesn't go for the move. Probably realises still going to have
that's
one
a lot,
more. Yeah. Luckily, Jamie had enough of his car in Stephen's way to maybe stop Stephen from gaining too much of an advantage from this, but time is running out for Stephen, and he will want to start this race, start this season with a win. He does get side by side here as we're going through Brundle. This could get extremely close and tasty.
Oof.
And I hate that camera
I
so
do,
much.
but it makes it exciting. I think Wobbly's closing.
He is 1 point. Oh, about to say 1 point, just under 2 seconds behind.
Yeah.
If these lot go side by side, Jamie's gonna have if going against one pink car's like tough. When you got 2 and they're both on the same team,
Yeah.
and it's Stephen Walker and Wobbly.
Yeah. Nobody needs that in their lives, do they?
And this will be the last lap of the race. As we go on through, Jamie Jeffrey only 0.3 in front of Stephen Walker at the moment. Everything is going to possibly depend on this next corner. How good is your exit, Jamie? We've got one of the back marker cars as well. Yeah,
that was better. He's done what he needs to do on that one.
The AM car of Chris Dixon getting well out the way here. We've got Carl Hardy all the way back in 30th place as well. So I wonder what happened with Carl. But I think, unless Stephen pulls out something absolutely audacious here.
I've got Euro Larkinen has crashed into the pits. So
Jamie, oh, a little bit of a touch of the curb there from Jamie, but I think if he could somehow hold off Stephen Walker here, we're going to need a really strong bomb hole here. Bomb hole. And Jamie Jeffrey, but Stephen, I think Stephen's going to go for it.
I think he is.
He's going to go for it. Oh, maybe not. He's just going to look how much he's opening that corner. A fantastic exit out there, but I think Jamie Jeffrey's going to get the first win of the season.
Yeah.
And he does. Wow, what a drive for Jamie.
Nicely done.
Ooh,
Nicely
please
done.
Don't do that so close to the line.
Don't forget, folks, you can still pick up incident points after the race is finished. Until the last man crosses the line. Or last lady.
And Jamie Jeffrey, what a drive from Jamie, though. That was
spectacular. Yeah.
Yeah. Got to the front of the pack as soon as possible with that reverse grid. Stuck it out, and yeah, having to keep Stephen Walker behind you for any more than 1 lap is a challenge in itself. And that was close for Jaden.
It was. He's going to get a run.
Past Derek.
Derek's out of fuel.
Oh.
Derek's out of fuel. He didn't expect the extra lap. Is he going to get to the line before somebody else gets him? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Right. Well done. Well done.
Just crawls.
I did wonder if anybody. Oh, we got a few. We've got a few.
Yes, Daniel Lewis. Oh no.
Struggling as well. He's going to lose a whole bag full of places, sadly.
In his Pro-Am debut, he might lose 2 more here. And there's somebody else behind him.
Yeah, another one
as well.
Who is that?
That's Paul Hurley.
Paul.
Yeah, but Paul just gets in front there.
Wow. A few people caught out there by that extra lap. I don't know whether that was as a function of just the overall speed of the fast guys. I think it has to be, doesn't it? There's
Yeah,
no
we've also
other
got
explanation.
Michael Hall and Jamie Wilson as the only two pro-ams as well, finishing in the top 10, which is a much different story to how many were finishing in the top 10 last season.
Yeah.
Like this pro league this season is going to be so competitive, and I am completely here for it.
Cool. Glad to hear it. We do get quite a lot of people who do the cool down lap, as it should be done. Of course, these are the ones with fuel, and that doesn't matter anymore because the last man's over the line, so it doesn't matter if you go onto the grass. Do that as much as you like once the last car has finished racing. It's good to see them, finishing off in the proper way, isn't it? Making it a simulator by going round to the pits at the end.
Yeah, it makes it really nice for those teams who take part in this league who decide to do all the screenshots and the photos, promotional stuff as well.
Yeah.
Having all the drivers together with other drivers doing the same in the backdrop just really creates some really nice looking pictures.
Yeah, it does.
I might have to do a
Right.
few after this race.
I would. I just don't have the capability or the skill. So, here we go. Oh, no, that's not right. I'm getting ahead of myself. Right, so your winner of the feature race this evening, the first feature race of the season, Jamie Jeffrey for Coupes and Convertibles Racing. On his home track, he didn't win by very much at all. Look at that, 0.2 of a second only over Stephen Walker. In second place for BSTV Esports Pink, and Wobbly, a much better drive in the second race, just wishes he could start this car properly. In third, bottom stuff of the podium, well done to him for BSTV Esports Pink as well. Greg Daffron just outside the podium in fourth for RD Simsport. Jake Blackhall, fifth for Knight Rider Motorsports. Morgan Butler in sixth for WSR Esports. Pete Newman in seventh for Result X Pure Sims, with Michael Hall being the first Pro-Am car across the line again. In eighth place there for Result X Pure Sims as well. Callum Brandt, ninth for RD Simsport, with Jamie Wilson second in class, 10th on track for Team Chimera. Really good performance that. He was up 15 places in the end. Good effort. Chris Shaw finished 11th. Also up a bag full of positions there from his start for Ascari Motorsport. Rene Earhart, and third step of that Pro-Am podium, of course. Rene Earhart, 12th for Cotton Corney TCR team. Roger Morton, 13th for Safeguard by Result. Result Clothing's Pete Van Gool finished in 14th, with Harry Fox in 15th for Wiskins Racing. Marius Hibmer, 16th for JC Academy. Tony Walker finished 17th for BSTV Pink on a mega drive, 20 positions up from his start, so that's hugely impressive. Ronald de Jong, 18th. 19th, if I can find where my cursor's gone, was Jaden Scotton for JC Academy. Deck Crowther, 20th for Blade Designs SRL. Chris Needham was 21st for Air Smart Racing, with Dietmar Hoos 22nd for Hydro Race Racing Forces. And Daniel Lewis in 24th for Blade Designs SRL. Andy Shield finished 25th for Knight Rider Motorsports. Ronald was the top AM class driver, because I've now got Rob in the correct class on the screen. Andy Shield was 25th for Knight Rider Motorsports. Paul Hurley, second in class for just an average sim racer. Rob Sutherland was 27th for RD Simsport. And 28th was David Ayres on a podium finish for his class for Safeguard by Result. Where has he gone? There he is. Carl Hardy, 29th for Result X Pure Sims. Chris Dixon, third in class in that second race, and 30th on track for Safeguard. Darrell Wright was 31st for Result Clothing. Air Smart Racing's Arnaud Chenonnier was 32nd. 33rd was Chesney Vandenbroeke for JC Academy. Jura Larkinen 34th in the end. He had a crash right towards the end, which put him back miles. For Hydro Race Racing Forces, Dale Bennison 35th for Safeguard by Result. Workguards Fiona finished 36th. Jack Andrews finished 37th. Much better performance from him in that race. He didn't do many laps in the first one. In the end, Marcus Kesting finished 38th. And 39th was Jeff Saunders, and Andy Littler was 40th for work guard by result. Quite a field we've got, Jay. It takes me at least half a broadcast just to get through the finishing order.
It's fantastic to see, and we've had how many sign-ups? Over 50 sign-ups this season, right?
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh, what have I done?
incredible.
I just pressed the wrong
Incredible.
button. Yeah, remarkable actually. I'm really happy that the league is still showing itself to be a really strong league, and stands up for some of the best racing and the greatest sportsmanship I've seen in any leagues. And I've driven in quite a few leagues myself. Some of them have been horrendous. We've run other leagues for other, broadcast other leagues for other companies. And this one still stands up as being, one of the best ones for sportsmanship, for safe racing, and it seems to me, at least, that the new guys that we've got in are, exactly the sort of racers that we want, and the returning racers, of course. I don't know what your thoughts. It's difficult bringing in new racers sometimes, isn't it? You don't know what the dynamic they're gonna bring to it, but it clearly seems that the WSR, the Knight Rider Motorsports, they see Whiskins Racing, they all seem to fit in really well.
Absolutely, and I think it's just the reputation of the league. There's a lot of people who join this league now because they've seen these broadcasts, they've seen other people advertising it. So a lot of people who are new to this to join the league this season, a lot of them luckily have it looks like they've seen a few races already. They know what we're about, and they've come in with the right attitude, like you say. And the rest of everything you said there, I can't put it better myself. So. Completely agree with the above.
Brilliant. Let's see if we can bring some people in for a chat. Let me just see where I'm up to here a second. Just a minute. I need to find out what happened in the first race. That's the first race. There we go. Cool, right. Let me go and find out if there's anybody wanting to speak to us. Sometimes there is. Usually there is.
Lot.
Oh, there is. Oh,
we are popular tonight.
Yes, we are. Right. Greg has got his mic muted. We can try and speak to Greg anyway. Move him into the booth. Oh, I've just moved him into the Smart Racing's chat. That'll get rid of his mute. And then I'll just put him back into the interview room. And he's wondering what the hell is going on. Good
You're
evening.
literally throwing the poor man about.
I know, yeah. Greg Defron, good evening.
Evening, guys. How you doing?
All good. And you're no more French than you were the last time I spoke to you.
No, still not grown into my surname.
No. Oh dear. I was moving you about just to get rid of your mute, which worked. Scary. And then I put you back in the interview room by accident. How are you doing? How is Greg? You've been away for a season. You've clearly not got any slower.
Really happy to be back in Backfire. I really enjoyed that first season that I did. Was it season 19?
Yeah.
And I had just a bit of a break because I've got a 1-year-old and work and whatever else. And so happy to be back and looking forward to a whole more 11 weeks of racing with you guys.
Yeah, too right. And we're looking forward to it after tonight as well. Your team has come mob-handed, hasn't it? It's strong. Callum's done really well in the second race, particularly 9th. And Rob had a bit of a rough ride in the second one, but did all right in the first one. He was down in 27th, so you want to have words with him.
Yeah,
sort yourself out, mate.
Cal joined practice with 20 minutes to go, and it's the first time he's driven a TCR since season 19. So
right, okay.
Amazing. Like I don't think I could jump in and compete with these guys with zero practice. So well done, Cal. And Rob had really good pace, like you say. I think he just got unlucky and beat up a little bit in the feature.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he had a bit of a tough time. Bless him. But yeah, in the qualifying, you and Wobbly were kind of at each other's throats, if you know what I mean, at the top of that table. There was nothing between you really. You managed to best him in the end, and then he bogged it on the line. So, or off the line, I should say. Gave you the opportunity to get away, and you did.
Yeah, half a tenth in it, I think, wasn't it, in qualifying, or was it even less?
I think. What did you say? It was, wasn't it? It was nearly 6 6/10 or something.
Yeah, less than
600.
about half a tenth. It was it was getting closer and closer, and it was great to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this tricky track, that's nothing. And we were squabbling at the start as well, trying to get behind each other for the toe. We both aborted laps and tried to get behind, but all fun and games.
Yeah. That's part of the exercise, though, isn't it? It's a simulator. This is what happens in real life as well. But no, great to have you back. Great to have you back. And in the second race, getting back to the front from 15th is quite a challenge with some of these super fast drivers, isn't it? Jamie Jeffrey on home tarmac here at Snetterton in East Anglia. Stephen, who's just fast anyway. Wobbly, who's the current reigning champion, but we're trying to mention that as little as possible because his ego just massive. And some new drivers that you've probably raced with before, I'm going to guess, the likes of Jake Blackhall and Morgan Butler in other series and such, as we see you bouncing over the last curve there with, is that Jaden? I think it was Jaden. But yeah, it's hopefully it's been an enjoyable return to the league. You said you enjoyed the first one, which is great to hear, by the way. Always fantastic. It really is a reward for me and for Sam and Jay now to see people returning to us because they enjoy the racing and the environment that we provide. So thank you for that. Where do we go next? Anybody know? Anybody looked?
Watkins Glen.
Oh, it's Watkins. Some people
Boots.
really don't like it. Oh, it's the boot. Okay, so it's the big one. How'd you go at Watkins? Is it a track that you're completely bored of? Because you do end up there in every series, don't you, really?
I've never raced there in TCR, but I had a quick go, and I like the track in general. To be fair, I like those fast corners, so I don't agree with the critics on
Good.
Watkins. I'm a Watkins enjoyer.
Yeah,
So,
good.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I'm looking forward to it.
And we're looking forward to seeing you racing. I think this series is going to be... last season, by the way, if you didn't know, it went right to the very last few laps.
I watched it.
Race. Oh,
yeah.
You did? Wicked. Right, good.
Of course.
Spectacular. Thank you for watching. I don't see this one being any different, to be honest. The pro class is bigger than it's ever been. And you're just going to get fantastic competition, I think, which is what you'll turn up for. So anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Nobody other than you guys. Thanks for the warm welcome back and I know the hard work that you guys must do to organise this league and put up with all the messages from people and all the questions. And also cheers to Jay, because all the work that he does in general for the TCR community is mega. So just to you two guys and everyone in the background at BSTV. Cheers.
Awesome stuff.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. I can't top that, to be honest. Little tear is rolling down my face right now. Greg Duffron, everybody.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. See you next week.
Awesome. He's a really nice guy. He can come back every week. That's fine. Right. We don't have Jamie Jeffrey. He obviously is, shy Victor. Let's bring in... we've got no Wobbly to talk about how you start the car. So maybe Steve. Yeah, I've got a massive delay on my screen. Maybe mid-conversation. Did I get one mid-conversation? I'm not sure. Stephen Walker, welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Hola, amigo. I got that one in before you did. So, change of car colour. And back to what you are fonder of, right?
Well, I'm still in the same car. I haven't changed cars.
Yeah.
But no, different colours and still the same fun.
Yeah. Yep. What, even with Wobbly in the team?
I guess so. I had to put up with him last season, didn't I? So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. You're dragging him
It's all
around.
good.
Dragging him around.
Yeah, like a bad smell.
So he can't start the car.
No, it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yes.
he said to me, he was like, when we were sat on the grid for the first race, he was like, "You're gonna go past me." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "I can't start the car. I don't know what's going on." He said he tested it in a different track and it worked perfectly fine. I was like, "No, it's something to do with you."
Yeah.
But he wasn't having it, and then I just watched him basically stall it and go backwards, and had a laugh about it, and then just tried to get on with my race, and it wasn't great. I haven't had my first practice really was the session before the qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
So I was still getting grips to the setup and the car that I had on it. The setup the car had on it. So I was quite happy with third. I should really have finished second. I wasn't catching Greg. He's probably done 60,000 million laps around here.
Yeah, he does that, doesn't he?
In preparation, which is fine. Like I wasn't too far off him, but he was able to go consistently at that speed, and I was only doing it every second lap or so. Just because I'm way out of practice, but he's quicker than me anyway. So I was like, right, I can hopefully maybe stay with his toe and pull away from Pete, or at least pull Pete away from P4. I can't remember who was in fourth. It was like 7 million years ago now. But yeah, I just made a few. Like I think I just made one small error and then one big error. Drifted it around the first corner, and Pete went through. And it's difficult to overtake when someone's pretty much the same pace with you. And I couldn't really make a move, and I didn't want to like jeopardize the good position for the first race, and and then that led on to the pretty decent second race as well.
Yeah. Second race was fantastic to watch because, well, for a number of reasons. The speed that you and Jamie Jeffrey had over the course of the whole race made it go for a lap that surprised quite a lot of drivers. There was a lot on vapors going across the line.
Yeah, a few of them have been saying it in the chat.
Yeah. So I think they'll bag that bit of information for next time. But yeah, it's yourself. I mean, Jamie knows the track inside now. You're more than comfortable here, clearly. But you had real competition with Wobbly, Greg, Jake. I think who else was up at the front with you for a long time, and then they disappeared off.
Was it Harry? Harry seemed to have the place.
Yeah. Harry Fox.
I'm sure I've raced with him before as well.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the start, I was like, let's just see what I can do. I was planning on just saving fuel and making me picking people off when they made mistakes, or if I got a good run and what have you, and trying to not force my way through, but just like make it happen in a gentle, suggestive way. But everyone just decided to go off the track in front of me. So I think there was 2 laps in a row pretty early on where they were 2 or 3 wide. I think it was 3 lots of 2 cars side by side going into the same corner, like the Bonmal, not the Bonmal, the one before that, the left-hander underneath the bridge.
Yeah, Nelson.
And I said to Wobbly, I think sure it was like car behind me. I was like, something's going to happen here, just watch out. So I just backed off, let off, gave myself some extra reaction room, saved some fuel, and luckily made it through that one. And then the next lap, there was a group of 5 cars all jostling for the exact same track, and one went off left. That slowed a few down. I managed to make it through there, and then as we got around the further bit, someone took someone out, and there was a gap there, so I went through there, and then I think I was 4th, so I just was like, well, I might as well just get my head down and make track position count, because like I say, it's difficult to overtake. And yeah, I got up to second. I was catching Jamie.
Really quickly.
But I didn't want. Yeah, I don't know whether he started making mistakes or his tires went, or he was starting to look in the mirror or what have you. I wouldn't expect that from him because he does real racing. So, yeah, I got up close behind him. I was like, I wonder if I can save fuel now to do the extra lap, because I didn't want to race him and then jeopardize. Like his pace was really good, obviously, and I didn't want to jeopardize the gap that I'd already built to the cars behind, trying to race him. I thought I thought I'd probably jump him in the pits, but I shockingly didn't have a very good pit stop. I think I tried to stop the car at the Lollipop about 6 times before it actually stopped, because I didn't want to overshoot. And I couldn't put any less fuel in because it was too fine a margin. So I think looking back now, I could have put 12 in instead of 13, and it would have been absolutely fine. But at the heat of the moment, you rely on the information you've got at hand. You
got to rely on something.
Yeah, and then I caught up to him a couple of times after that, but couldn't really make anything stick. And I almost ran out of incident points, so I didn't want to do anything stupid. Because on the first lap, I think I got 4 just from various contacts, and then was just picking up ones as the race was going on, which I wasn't trying to get. It was just I was trying a bit too hard at some points. But overall, I'll take that, a third and a second start off the season. Even though I'd probably got, I think I got in both races like 16, 17 incident points, which is probably higher than most people. So that's going to cost me a load of points.
It's quite a lot for you.
Yeah. I mean, not not in the last couple of seasons. Remember when I had a season where I was racing Logan, and I think I had nearly double the amount of incidents that he did by the time we got to the end of the season, and that would have meant I could have done the last race and just chilled out. So it is actually something to keep an eye on. It's a really good thing because it costs you points. So, it was just nice to finish and set up the first race, considering I've had 0 practice and what have you. So, I'm happy with that. Racing was really good as well.
It was brilliant. T had a bit of a rough ride in the first race, but look at what he did in the second. I bet he was laughing his head off, wasn't he, in the second?
Yeah, me and Robbie said to him, "You're gonna have the best race out of the three of us." When he said it, because we were like, "Oh, I'm starting 13th or whatever," and he was like, "Well, I'm starting last." I was like, "Well, you're gonna have a better race than we are."
Yeah,
just like passing people and just having fun and he had good pace. It was a shame what happened in the first race. He would have been right there with us, so it would have been easy to, I think, two top eight finishes. Like, he's good round here, so yeah, it's a shame, but we go again. Not next week because it's Watkins Glen, so he hasn't got it, and I'm not racing that track for love nor money.
Yeah. Well, who's not racing the track?
Neither of us. He hasn't got it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want to. I don't have good races at Watkins Glen. I don't like it in touring cars. It's anything fast, like GT3 minimum, and even then, I'm like, this is crap. I hate it. Like, I can do it. It's not an issue with that. It's just a track I dislike that much.
If I remember correctly, you actually got rid of Watkins Glen for your champion's choice, right?
Yeah, because I didn't want to race it.
Yeah.
And I was big and wobbly. I was like, get rid of Watkins Glen. And he was like, no.
He was adamant he was keeping that.
So everyone can get 1 billion points for that. I'll take the L.
You get a week to rest, don't you? So it's fine. Drop week.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, great racing tonight. Absolutely great racing, and a great BSTV pink package for this coming season. This is only 4/5 of the field that have signed up. So I'm expecting. Usually you end up with the most cars in the first few races. This is the most populated I've ever seen a field at the start, and it can only get.
It was 41, was it? I think
40 because Sam Boozin accidentally registered instead of spectated.
Okay.
Yeah, so 40, which is still 5 cars more than we've ever had at the start of a season before. We've had larger numbers in the season before, but not at the start. So this bodes very well indeed. Glad you enjoyed it. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, obviously you guys for coming back doing season 21. Hopefully I can get my hands on your wood again.
Oh, of course.
Again, you two for doing the commentary and Sam for doing the cameras and everything like that. Just us being here is fun. It's our hobby. That's what we like to do. So thank you for you guys, everyone that signed up. That's great. Carl and that for hosting lobbies, and my teammates for just having a giraffe in the chat. Yo.
Awesome. I don't think I've ever had that said in an interview before. But we won't see you at Watkins next week.
Nope.
Lucky Wookie Stephen Walker.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Right then. Right, who should we bring in? Here we go. I'm going to hand you this one to do. I'm going to bring in Chesney for you, Jay. This one is all yours.
And we have in the booth now Chesney van der Broek. How are we doing tonight, Chesney? How are you feeling?
Little bit bummed because I played a bit of bumped cars, but qualifying and practice went very well. I was super happy with that. So it was some kind of a recovery drive that I did.
Yeah, it is a very, very congested race tonight, and I think everyone did absolutely amazingly well, keeping it clean with the amount of races that we had on. Seeing here that you finished first race 33rd place. Hey, explain to me, how do you feel your first race went with all those cars around you? Did you did you find it difficult trying to maneuver around everybody, or was it a case of just grip your wheel as tight as you can and try to survive?
Well, lap 1 till 3 was the most difficult part actually, and then it went fairly well. But like when you don't have really that much confidence in your tires, you tend to brake earlier than the rest.
Yeah.
So that's how accidents happen.
Yeah.
But I'm fairly happy with my recovery drive, kind of recovery drive. Got overtook some people, gave the pace back to David also. But oof, that's a nice shot. That's just
Expert
impressed.
cameraman here.
But I love this chaotic race. It was really fun again.
Awesome. And race 2, pretty much, you did finish in exactly the same position again, another 33rd. We had you on camera a couple of times, fighting with the likes of Dale, Fiona, Arnold as well. And it looks like everything went pretty much the same for the second race. So well done on surviving, because sometimes in races where there's a lot of people like this, the main thing you want to be doing is just surviving and let everybody around you make those mistakes. I mean, you finished slightly ahead of Euro, who unfortunately had a bit of an incident at the start, so a free place there. Same with Marcus as well, who went out at some point during that race. So nicely done on finishing both of those races. As people will know, you are part of a new team this season, the JC Academy. Feel free to tell people why JC Academy is like the best team ever in iRacing and will win all the awards, and yeah, it's just so fantastic. What makes us so good? I'm paying you for this, so
Well, that £1 million.
Million? Oh, I'm in the wrong game.
I
No,
did hear that interview. Yeah, he hasn't asked me for those naked pictures yet, so sorry, Pete.
Damn it. I've not had my signed ones yet. Oh my god.
no, I really wanted to be in the team, wanted to play the team game. Really happy with my principal. Well, I don't know if he's here or not, but I call him Toto Wolf. But it's the track guides are good. The streams are great. So that's why I was more inclined to go in the academy actually, because of the beautiful community here in in the Backfire Simsports, but also in the TCR court Discord. So that's actually the main reason, because I wanted to join this. So I have a J his name on my car, so that's great.
Yeah, it's great. So the more you get on the camera as well, it means I get paid more as well at the same time. So we'll have to make sure we keep that one up.
Yeah.
It's great to have you in the team, Chesney. Yourself, Jaden, Marius have been absolutely amazing to each other, and hopefully, Pete, with this team here, we can help all three drivers to climb up the rankings and find their place every season with Backfire Simsport. That's the
Absolutely.
name of the game of that one.
Yeah, too right.
So, next up, Chesney, we have Watkins Glen. Do you own the track, and what do you think of it?
I own it, drove 2 laps on it at the GT3, and then didn't look at it again. But that's because there wasn't anything to do that week.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fairly new with me on the TCRs.
You'll be able to get plenty of speed on there, and main difference between Watkins Glen and Snetterton is it's not flat corners everywhere. The corners of Watkins Glen, they help you turn, they help you keep up speed. So I think you're gonna have a lot of fun on that one, as is everybody else who's going to race it as well. But with us drawing this interview to a close, is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to my teammates and to you, of course, give me this opportunity, and everyone else on the race weekend, on this race weekend, and of course, everyone in the background of this. It's really fun that the 21st edition, so maybe 20 more.
At least, hopefully. Thank you so much for the kind words there, Chesney. It's good to see you back into the league this season. 33rd places, and hopefully next week we see you hopefully climb a little bit higher, and we look forward to seeing how your journey through the league goes this season. Ladies and gentlemen, Chesney Vanderbroek.
Thank you.
What a nice guy. We like him. We got a race winner in the chat. I'm going to bring him into the booth straight away because sometimes he reacts. Good evening to Jamie Jeffrey. Do you got a copy?
Hello, everyone.
Hello. I didn't know whether you were joining us for an interview at first.
I had dashed off and jumped in a cold shower.
Yeah. It's a bit Betty Swallows, isn't it, in the UK at the minute?
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah. Jay's clearly never heard that term before.
I have. It just caught me completely off guard.
Well, you were the one talking about 2 into bomb holes and things like that during the race. Right, so your home track, this, right?
We're Reading based, so it's probably about three days from here.
Yeah. So maybe I got that wrong then. But you're very, very good at this track, and you've been very, very good at this track before. So what's your local track, Brands?
Brands, Silverstone, Castle Combe, with pretty much the centre of quite a lot.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I got you ever so slightly too far to the east in my head. Okay, so not your absolutely home track, but you've done really well on this track previously, haven't you?
I did really well on the 300 circuit.
Yeah.
The 300 circuit is fantastic, but then the 200 is probably one of the worst.
Oh, controversy. 20 odd seasons in, and I might have to disagree with you.
But no, it was, given I didn't do any practice or anything like that, I'm pretty happy with a first. Obviously, skin of my teeth. Stephen was absolutely on fire tonight. So just grateful I could sort of hold him off and look after the front tyres. I really, really struggled around some of the slow corners tonight. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result.
Yeah. How much do we have to hate him now, Jay, for rocking up with no practice and winning?
So jealous.
So yeah, me too. Yeah. Might have to stop the broadcast. But no. So yeah, Nicola was on the chat shouting for you. Principal fan number 1. That unicorn-powered car has been in the series for many, many seasons. Are we going to see you regularly at the top this season, or is the summer going to drag you away for real-life racing?
You'll see me for the rest of the season. No, I'm away next week, so that'll be my drop round.
Yeah.
I'll give it a good shot. I'm pretty busy outside of the sim, so I probably won't do much practice, but I'll just jump in and get stuck in.
Yeah. Well, you don't need it, do you? You just win races with no practice. It's fine. Who needs practice? Practice is it's old school, that, isn't it, Jay? Practice.
Yeah, some people just obviously don't need it, and that just makes my blood boil.
Yeah. Oh dear. In the first race, you got kind of mobbed, didn't you? There was a lot going on around you. There was quite a lot of bumping and banging around where you'd qualified, and I think that kind of prevented you moving forward too much in that sprint race.
Yes, I struggled with quali and race 1, but it seems like really good grid this season. Thank you so much for putting it on, and I think this is the biggest grid we've seen. So I'm sure it'll be a lot of great racing going forward.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously massive celebrations on the victory. Anybody other than us putting it on, you want to shout out to before we let you go and start some? Well, you're not going to practice, are you? So you can just put your feet up. It's fine. For turning up next week at Watkins Glen. Anybody you want to shout out to?
Oh, I think the whole team tuned on tonight. They heard that I was in the lead, so they all tuned in. So I'd like to
Right.
thank Chloe, Gran, Mum and Dad, and the dog.
Ah, wicked. Oh well. What's the dog called? Why does the dog just get called the dog?
She's called Tess.
There we go.
It depends. She's current in our good book, so yeah, I should have said Tess.
Fair enough. In that case, we look forward to seeing you the week after next. Racing at where's that? I've no idea. I should know really, shouldn't I? I made the bleeding schedule. Hang on a minute, schedule. You will. Oh right, okay. This is stacked in your favour, isn't it? Brands Hatch.
It's written in the stars.
Hopefully the GP circuit.
It is GP.
Yay!
Hey!
Happy days.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Okay then, we will see you doing well after no practice whatsoever. Why can't I get Discord back up? What is going on here? Oh, there we go. We'll see you with no practice whatsoever at Brands Hatch in a fortnight's time. Our feature race winner tonight, Jamie Jeffrey.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Right. Let's have a new boy in. I thought you did really well interviewing Chesney, by the way, because you spoke nice and slowly and clearly, and for someone whose language isn't English, first language isn't English, you did really well. So, hats off to you for that one. Ronald De Jong or Ronald De Jong. How do we say your name, Ronald?
De Jong.
De Jong. That was right the first time. Why did I correct myself? Who knows?
It's the most common name in the Netherlands. So.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's really.
Right, okay. So that must be like Smith then, Jay, in the UK.
Yeah, or Jones.
Jones?
Jones, yeah.
Jones.
Keeping up with the Joneses, keeping up with the De Jongs.
So before the interviews, before the race started, I was mentioning your livery. I really do like that colour combination: the purple, the gold, and the black. That stands out like a really fashionable armchair or something. It looks like a comfortable livery. I don't know, but I like it. I like it. Great colour scheme. Is it your own design?
My own design, yeah.
Okay. Well, I like it. I think you're likely to get snapped up over the course of this season, and the reason that I say that is because where did you finish in the first race? You did all right in the first race.
20th, I think.
20th.
Yeah.
Halfway down the field, halfway up the field, is your pint glass
Yeah.
half full or half empty? And in the second race, even better, 18th. You had. This is your first season with us, right?
Yes.
Yes, I thought so. I didn't know whether I think I've seen you in officials somewhere along the line before. I know the name. Either that or you were on Crime Watch. I'm not sure. It could be. But you
Or both.
maybe both. Yeah, maybe both. Did you enjoy your racing tonight? That's the first question.
Yeah, I did. It was clean, so and I think most of it was clean
Yeah.
for what I saw in my mirrors. So.
Right. Okay. There was a bit of bumping and grinding, but it was just TCR, door-to-door scraping, which is acceptable. A bit of hugging is fine. If it gets beyond hugging, then it's naughty. But you seem to be comfortable in the car. You know what the Elantra's doing underneath you. Is it one that you're used to racing?
Yeah, I did a full season last season with Elantra, so I thought pick up a league for it.
Yeah,
I enjoy it driving very much.
No, that's good. That's good. Where's your home track? Is it Zandvoort?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, Zandvoort is I think 1 hour away, and Asse is also, but it's not in yet. But
No,
it will be
not.
coming.
Yeah, well,
They're
they've said
planning
that
it
for years. They're talking that nonsense for years.
But I like Zandvoort more than Asse.
Oh, okay, right, okay. Well, it's not in this season's schedule officially or with us, but it does feature every so often. League racing is fantastic to develop your skills, even for the fast racers that do really well in officials. League racing is a different creature. Official racing, you know, you have a bumpy ride, and sometimes you never see that racer again or those racers again. In league racing, you've got to come back and face those people each week.
Yeah.
So you soon learn to, you know, race respectfully is the way to view it. And you seem to fit in very, very well. Right in the thick of the action. You're on screen a lot. You're probably going to get snapped up by a team, I would think. You certainly need some sponsors on the car to, you know.
Yeah, I thought as a privateer, a rich privateer myself, so I didn't need sponsors.
Yeah. Who needs sponsors when you've got
Brilliant.
all the cash?
Amazing.
Yeah.
I have gold, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Got gold on the car, gold in your pocket. So yeah, we go to Watkins Glen next week. It's the full tracks, the boot track. Most people know Watkins and have done many laps there. Is that true of you as well?
Yeah, I certainly like the track. So I just heard Steven, he did not like it, but I like it.
Yeah. Stephen doesn't get on with certain tracks, and that's one of them. But yeah, everybody else likes it. That's what makes
But it's surviving the bus stop, so.
Well, yeah, that'll be a key point for next week, as well as some of those corners on that track that make you feel, they kind of drag you into a false sense of security where you think that the track is with you, and then all of a sudden it's not. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and celebrate your 20th and 18th positions tonight?
Yeah, shout out to Jay for, going for the TCR and bombarding Reddit, TikTok, YouTube, everything to get people in. And I think tonight with 40 cars, he managed well.
He really has done, yeah.
I try.
You do very well.
People who do not like TCR absolutely hate me.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Anybody else you want to shout out to? Any family and friends?
No, this was it for tonight.
Yeah,
for the next time, maybe.
Well, we'll see you on the podium, I'm sure. So you can give all the glorious shout-outs at that point. In that case, we look forward to seeing you this time next week at Watkins Glen. Ronald Young. God, I've done it twice now. Ronald de Jong.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Oh dear, I'm terrible. Even when the words are in front of my face, Jay, it's awful, isn't it? We'll get some real commentators one day leading this broadcast, and you can look resplendent either way. Right, next into the booth, I shall bring in Paul Hurley. Good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. So, Jay, do you want to lead this one? Because Paul had a bit of a rough ride in that first race, didn't you?
Oh, no. I mean, I thought, well, first, it was pretty one of the best first and second laps I've done. So I had a rubbish qualifying. I think by the end of the second lap, I was in front of all the other rounds, so I was down.
Yeah.
I did see the qualifying. I did notice literally, I think on the first lap of qualifying, there was a little bit of argy-bargy going on. But I think because of so many cars coming out of the pits at the same time, it's the only straight that you get to really before you start your track. So a lot of shuffling, and unfortunately, people are always gonna sort of get in the way and stuff like that. But
yeah, and I just couldn't slot in because when people are on their flying laps, you don't want to hold people up, but at the same time, you need to get your flying lap done. So it's difficult. But yeah, I sort of went into the race a bit, not driving angry, but just maybe a bit between the teeth, and it paid dividends in the end. And I sort of calmed down and just sort of settled into it, and the car felt lovely. It felt awful qualifying. I think the track had rubbered in a bit.
Yes, absolutely. It does, especially with a track which has so many flat corners like Snetterton. I mean, I think Snetterton's an anagram of flat, isn't it?
Ways in Norfolk, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Race number 2, 26th place, just outside the top 25. I'm sure you.
I would have finished higher. I run out of fuel, and I had
you
to.
were one of those
I was
ones.
massive lifting on the last lap. Yeah, I think I was in 22nd. And if I didn't do what I did, I weren't getting over the line. I went over the line with 0.03 litres of fuel.
Wow.
So I had to sacrifice places.
Yeah, you'll probably be happy to know that there was a lot of people not anticipating the extra lap there, and yeah, a lot of people did end up losing a lot more places behind you.
Well, yeah, Deck went over the line with literally 0.
Wow.
Ooh,
He rolled over the line. Yeah.
Someone must have got out and pushed him for the rest of that then.
If he had a clutch down, he could have rode the clutch over.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I finished first in both races. I think De Jong and Rob Sutherland can't be an AM. He's got to be a pro. I'm
No,
sure.
that was me getting that wrong. I changed it for the second race.
Yeah.
So you were second in class, I think, in the first one. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I was first in both. I think if he was ahead of me,
Ronald.
he's a pro am, isn't he? Surely.
He had
pro am, and he's because he finished in the Division 3. He finished ahead of Daniel Lewis on the officials.
Right. Okay. In the officials. Okay.
Yeah, of the season in TCRs, and he was like he was ahead of Deck, I think, in both races.
Right.
I thought he was a pro am. It doesn't matter if he's in there. I'll just have to try and beat him.
Yeah, when they're new to the league, I generally just go off their I rating. So his I rating is 2650, and I pitched him up against Daniel Lewis, who was the winner of AM class last season, and he's got 2675. So I thought if he's got less than him, I'll pop him into AM class. I don't know a lot of the history of the new guys that join us. You see. So
no, well, Joe. So you're on the iRacing officials. They do you get a league in there, don't you, for the season?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he beat Dan Lewis in the Open for the season.
Okay, I'll give that a review then. I mean, you've got Dak Crowther up in Pro Am, and he's on 2167, but that's because
he doesn't do officials. Yeah,
exactly.
He doesn't do officials.
So I'll give it a review and I'll see what I want to do with everybody. But yeah, I got Rob Sutherland in the wrong one.
Well, if he's in there, he's in there. I'll have to go fast. I'll try to get faster.
No, he's in a pro.
No, I meant De Jong, but yeah, I enjoyed the racing. I thought it was great.
No, excellent.
I thought there might have been a bit more carnage around there actually than there was, but
well, you were saying that, weren't you, Joe?
Yeah, I was very impressed with the cleanliness of everybody going through it, especially through the hairpin and turn 2 and turn 3 was the bit I was most worried about. The officials I have done, there's always been some sort of miscommunication going on because the track goes from extremely wide to a very thin corridor of in some people's cases hope.
Well, I watched your video, Jay, and there was a massive thing on the straight, and I think you was like, I'm not going to comment on that.
Yeah, less on that one.
Well, that was ridiculous.
Yes, absolutely. But no, despite that though, just outside the 20, well, we would have been in the top 25 had it been maybe one lap less on there. But next week we put ourselves over to Watkins Glen. You rode it, and how do you feel about that? Oh, I didn't like that sound there.
The only track I've got to buy for this season is Motorsport. It's the only one I haven't got, but that's fine. I like it in LMP2.
To be fair, we've had Stephen Walker in here tonight. He did say for GT3s and above, it's a doable track. I think he said it was.
It can turn into a bit of a tow train around there, unfortunately.
I love Watkins Glen. I think it's
amazing.
Yeah, it's very. I just feel the compared to Snetterton, at least the corners have some camber to it. And some of the corners do feel like a little bit of a roller coaster. And although there is the draft train worry that you have in there, the bus stop soon sorts that out, I feel. How you take that bus stop can completely shuffle the grid a little bit, especially with the amount of cars that we've got.
Well, if it was the classic layout, which they did last season, it would be awful. Because it's just like a sort of wonky oval, isn't it? There's no big braking zones apart from the T1. And that's not even a big braking zone, really. And without that, like you say, the bus stop in there, there's not much jeopardy. That classic layout, I didn't enjoy that.
The bus stop does shake things up a bit, so I'm looking forward to seeing how in this league
you got to be brave. You got to be as close to the inside wall as you can, and change down in the middle of it, and bang back on the power and hold on for dear life. Yeah, some people will get it wrong.
Gotta be brave. You gotta be silly, and sometimes you have to be both. So yeah, we're looking forward to that next week. I reckon you'll do pretty well there. To be honest,
I would say the same thing, mate. It's people who hate a track. It's not the track issue.
That's completely fair there. Anyone that you want to give a shout out for tonight?
Yeah, just just the other guys in arms. Daniel Lewis, yeah, he had a bit of a disaster, unfortunately. And yeah, all my teammates and SRL League. Let's please SRL League. There's only 4 places left now.
Oh,
But we
wow.
are thinking of
That's brilliant.
taking in. We are if people want to join, we'll go to 50.
Right.
No, 50, but there's 36 signed up already.
No, that's very
That's
good.
awesome, man. That's truly a testament to how much more popular TCR racing's getting. Definitely in the league space, the officials probably do have a couple more people joining it, and the officials are around the clock. But league racing is absolutely fine. That's awesome. I'm happy for you, and I do hope that you get your arm twisted, that you do have to increase that over to 50. But
Yeah, we've said that we'll go. If there's more people want to join, we'll go to 50. But that's going to be the limit. Obviously, it'll be too many because of the track selections we've got as well. But yeah, I mean, you can see the difference tonight in league racing and officials in the driving standards. So it's definitely better and prepare people to learn off of.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sometimes league racing's best way to learn.
Yeah.
Anyone else you want to give a shout out to tonight?
No, just thanks to you guys for putting on the show that you do, and yeah, I love it. Thank you very much.
Fantastic, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paul Hurley. See you again.
Take care. Bye bye.
Nice guy, like him. Right, let's bring in. We've only got 2 more. I'm sure we can fit these in very quickly. It's the first race of the season, after all. Welcome to the booth. Freshly promoted within the Result stable, Chris Dixon. Good evening. Is he there? He might not be there. He might have fallen asleep.
Hey there.
Oh,
Can
he's
you hear me?
there.
Good
Hello.
evening.
Hello.
I'm talking to myself. It wasn't working. No, Sin. No, well, they're telling me I was sacked, not promoted.
Sacked from work. Brilliant. So yeah, moved up into the safeguard crew, and managed to get some pace out of that promotion as well. Especially in that second race, 30th is a really respectable place to finish in a 40-car grid.
Yeah, first race I was struggling. I had damage and couldn't turn left.
Yeah, you kind of need to do that here.
Yeah, well, first lap, I got, like, I don't know if you saw it in the stream, but I got a few nudges going into the hairpin. Then Paul, I nudged Paul out, which damaged my front left, and then he came back on the track and hit it again, which probably straightened it up. But it was just bunching. Nobody's fault. And then later on, I think it was Daryl decided to do the same on the same side going into the last corner, and then after that I just couldn't turn left. I was struggling.
Right. Okay.
Just bring it home.
But you in the first race, you were the first safeguard car over the line.
Right.
You led David Ayres.
Yeah, David got took out, I think.
He did, and Andale, obviously, who finished behind you in both races, I think. Yeah. And in the second race, you finished 2 places behind David, 1 place behind Carl, just ahead of Daryl. So represented Safeguard, your new team in the Result stable, really well. How are you finding it in that crew, or has it been a recent thing?
Well, yeah, it's just racing. I mean, we all race together anyway, so. But yeah, it's good.
Excellent. And how did you find racing with 39 other crazy TCR riders tonight?
It wasn't too bad. We thought it was going to be a bit more carnage, to be honest. And yeah, it was quite clean. Few double moves at points, but other than that, it was quite clean.
Right.
Yeah, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's racing, so.
Yeah, well, Race Direction does look at all the races again afterwards. So sometimes they issue some stern warnings. We had a couple last season, but we don't see that many in this league, to be fair.
Yeah, it's normally pretty fair.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Watkins Glen this time next week. 1 question: are you going to be there? 2 questions: we're trying to figure out how many people hate it, and wonder if you're in the haters or the lovers of Watkins Glen. And how do you think you're going to perform there? That's a key one.
Performance pass. I don't have a clue, but we'll. I don't mind it. I don't mind any circuit, to be honest. There's none that are, to me that everyone's got to race them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all in the same boat. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I don't think I could pick a circuit where I say, oh, it's a bad circuit.
Okay.
You've just got to get on with it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, hopefully you're still enjoying it, even if the colour scheme has changed on the outside of the car.
Yeah, definitely. It was brilliant racing tonight, as usual. So, yeah, can't complain.
Excellent.
I don't know if I got a podium on the last race, did I?
You did, yeah. Class podium was...
Wasn't sure.
oh, hang on, maybe not. Excuse me a sec.
De Jong, we've got Paul Hurley there as well.
Yeah. Depends what I do with Ronald, really, in terms of which class he goes into, because I don't know these guys usually before they start
I think he said he was in the thing earlier in the waiting room, and he was saying he's a pro-am, so
all right, well,
I'm taking that as
that's
a third.
Decided, then. So I think you got a podium in the first and the second race, then, did you?
No, I was fourth in the second race. Darryl will have got the podium in the second.
That's right, yes.
Just in front of me.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, well, it's Watkins Glen for you this time next week. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Just the general yourselves for putting the stream on and all the work you do, and obviously the team for helping out and sharing setups and everything. So, and everyone for watching.
Awesome stuff. In that case, I look forward to seeing you this time next week. Chris Dixon, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
And then, finally, into the booth, in her usual spot, is Fiona Siddons. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. So, 40 cars around what is one of the tracks which is closest to where you live, isn't it? I know you... Did you go there this year? I can't remember.
No, I didn't. No, I got other things.
Yeah, other things in your life. Absolutely. So, Snetterton, 40 cars, 39 others. How did you get on with that many on the grid?
It was good. I was in race one. I think I was 32nd when my VR went black and
that's what happened.
Ended up taking a dive through the grass and losing a couple of spots. And then I think in the feature race I was about 32nd again and got tagged in the hairpin, and I was just backwards and shunting to try and get turned round to get back on track. So
yeah, that one we did see. You got looped around. Turning right if someone's blind to you and they're blind to you. It doesn't always end well, does it?
No.
And so you ended up on the grass facing the wrong way, trying to safely turn round. And I think, Jay, you said you'd have taken the route of reversing off the track behind and then pointing in the right direction. But in the moment, it's one of those decisions that you got to toy with yourself, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I thoroughly enjoyed tonight. I went better. I don't normally go too well at Snetterton, and I went better than what I expected, so I was happy with that part of it.
Right, good. And you've raced on with big grids in this series previously, haven't you? So you're experienced at dealing with that many people, either coming flying past you or being all around you. But we saw some really competitive racing from you, and you booted out Chris Dixon, mercilessly. I heard mercilessly.
Yeah.
Big elbow to the jaw that was. And you've brought in come on, Pete. Oh.
Come on, Pete, I don't know who it is.
Oh, I do. Give me a minute.
Dale?
Nope. Dale's in safeguard. Give me a minute. Scroll to the bottom. It is Ronan. He wasn't here tonight.
That's it, Ronan, yeah.
Ronan Keane. We'll see him in future races. So a little bit of a shuffle for the work guard team. Do you know Ronan or not? Have you raced with him before?
Not really, no.
Right.
I don't know him yet, but I'll get to know him over the season. And
Absolutely.
Have a bit of banter with him.
Yeah, too right. We go to Watkins Glen this time next week, Fee. So you've got to get your flight sorted out, things like that. Hotel and accommodation over in New York State. How do you go at Watkins?
I like Watkins Glen. It's never do very well at it, but I like the circuit to drive.
Okay, right, okay. Well, maybe next week will be a change of fortunes, and you'll ace it and get yourself a class podium.
Especially if it's wet.
Well, yeah, who knows? Although,
last night in the MX5, it was puddles all over Alton Park last night. And
right.
got P3 in that race.
Yeah, Alan was saying on the chat he's been singing your praises a couple of times tonight. So yeah, it was. I was expecting big things from you tonight as well. It's just a massive grid tonight. I was surprised. It's been very, very popular this league recently. Long may it continue, of course, because it gives great racing for you guys.
I mean, it's early laps, especially when you've got like the hairpin turn 2 around here, 40 cars. It's mayhem, but it's good fun.
Yeah, good.
It's better than having a dozen cars on track.
Yeah, and spending time on your own turning laps, I guess. But no, it's very, very healthy, this league at the moment, and you're a pivotal part of that.
But one thing I did find out tonight, well, in race 1 I was battling George Saunders.
Oh, yeah.
And every time we went down the start-finish straight, I used to pull right to the left of the track and make him go down the inside. And I could keep more speed up round the outside of him, so I kept in front of him.
Yeah, really, right, okay. Momentum killing the other benefits of being on the inside. No, that's good lessons to learn for other tracks, though, isn't it? Little things like that.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, put that in the bank and in the memory bank and use it in the future.
There's bound to be more corners like this one around the circuits what we go to. So.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. Too right. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and start your practice for Watkins?
Yeah, you guys for putting the stream on, everybody who does the work in the background, and everybody who's watched the streams tonight.
Well said. And we will look forward to seeing you on track this time next week at Watkins Glen. Fiona Siddons, everybody.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Right then, Jay. Thanks for sticking around with me till this ungodly hour of nearly 20 past 10 at night in the UK, and it's all very, very sweaty over here at the moment. It's 27 degrees here today. That's obscene for the UK, Jay.
Yeah, in the room I'm sitting in at the moment it's 33.
What?
So I'm just, the graphics card's quite warm at the moment.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Need a new fan.
Put the aircon back on in a minute. Said nobody ever in the UK apart from me. But yeah, a great night's racing. A hugely full track. Very healthy grid. Couldn't really look away at certain points from certain battles. And such wonderful new guys to join the league and provide even more entertainment for the viewers and hopefully really, really fun racing for each other. But we've got to pick one each, drivers of the meeting, and I'm kind of lost here. Part of me wants to say Jamie Jeffrey for getting that race victory in the second race, but ninth, he's better than ninth in the first race. I know he did no practice, but I don't know. And then I'm looking down and thinking some of these new guys I don't really know. Some of them did really well. Like obviously Greg did very well all round. Got himself a race victory in the first race and a fourth in the second. Wobbly can't start the car, so he's not getting a vote. Jamie Wilson, great recovery driving race 2 after a rough finish in race 1, 25th to 10th. That was excellent. Tony Walker got a 37th to 17th, up 20 positions. Chris Shaw back with us, gets an 11th in that second race, nearly in the top 10. Any of those could get called out. Oh dear, I'm struggling with this, to be honest. I think I'm gonna have to go. Well, Stephen Walker did all right as well. Oh dear, I think I'm gonna go with Tony Walker for not getting too dejected about what happened at the halfway through that first race, and coming back and showing true racing spirit, making his way back through the field, nice and clean and safe as well. Looking at his incident points haul, he's not got many in that second race, so he's obviously got through people very, very cleanly, and up 20 places in 40 minutes. That's quite a challenge. So my vote tonight is going Tony Walker's way.
Nice. Yeah, that's is a really, really good performance on that second race by Tony. Like you said, didn't get himself down too much, just head down and drove and carved up the field, and a very well deserved 17th place at the end of that one. I don't usually give driver of the meeting awards to people in pro who get the wins, but I think keeping Stephen Walker behind you for multiple laps when he's within passing and diving distance of you, I'm going to give mine to Jamie Jeffrey today. Just a fantastic second race there from 7th to getting the race win, and of course having to not just keep Stephen behind him but navigate through the traffic. With it being such a short track, you're just going to see a lot of those people at the back a lot sooner and a lot more often, so to safely pass them whilst keeping Stephen behind you, that's the award in my books.
Yeah, that's a well spent vote. That was going to be my second choice. Well, as I said, and yeah, a vote well spent. Good grief, I'm tired now. Right, so that brings to a close week 1, folks. We've got another 11 weeks of this series to go. Hopefully people have realised that the endurance weeks aren't on 6 and 12 like they've been previously. Moved them about a little bit, see who's paying attention. So have a look at the roster, the schedule on the website. Hopefully the races will as well, and they won't turn up for the wrong race. But thank you to everybody that watched tonight. Thank you to everybody that contributed on the chat. Your contribution's just as important as all the nonsense that I talk and all the genius that Jay talks. So it's part of a community, and you guys make it that the spirit of that community. Thanks to the drivers and the drivers that have signed up and not yet raced. You guys will feature in the future of this league and this season. It's 21 seasons. I still can't believe it. And a special thanks to Jay for coming back. I didn't put him off with my own professionalism. This is a great league, and I can understand why people are attracted to it. It sounds very much though, Jay, like what you do out there in the community for helping others and advertising these leagues and this particular series. Not I don't mean the BSTV series, but TCRs in general. The class of car is doing masses. So please do keep it up, because whatever you're doing, it's affecting positively everything to do with this car, this series, and now BSTV as well. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's I enjoy being here, so thank you, Pete, for all the work that you do keeping this league going. It's 21 seasons for a reason, and I'm honoured to be sat here to do co-commentary with you. Obviously, it won't be on the levels of Sir Alan Toon, like no one will ever be on a level as high as that. But I'm happy being here in this little seat here, just providing backup if needed in places, and it's great to be a part of here, and nice to see more new people getting along straight away with the league as well. 50 people registered, and not everyone turning up on the first week means that we've got many more new faces to be introduced with through the season.
Absolutely. In that case, I'll say goodbye. Everybody that watched, everybody that contributed, everybody that raced. Everybody stay safe. You've got to stay safe, Jay, otherwise it'd be very quiet in this booth. But yeah, everybody stay safe, and enjoy the heat and the sunshine of the UK while it lasts, because let's face it, it's not going to be here for long, is it? And we will see you this time next week. Thanks, everyone. I'll pass you over to Jay for his thanks and goodbye.
Thank you, Pete. And we go from sticking to through the bomb hole to across the ocean to bomb hole. I said bomb hole.
Are you sure?
Yeah, definitely over to Watkins Glen, where we trade the flatness for the camber in the corners. On the officials, it may rain. Are we going to see a few puddles next week? You'll have to come again next week to find out. Put a like on the stream now, get subscribed, check out all the links underneath, and let's see next week who becomes monarch of the Glen.